Yo, welcome everyone to a brand new stream where today we're gonna talk. Today is a just chatting stream where we're gonna be talking about, first of all, the beautiful playlist, but we're also gonna be talking about some channel stuff. I want to do a good old channel update stream, which actually I don't know if that's like a good old channel update stream because I don't think I've ever done one. I've done channel update videos, but I've never done one in the stream. But I think it's gonna be interesting because the thing that I'm definitely looking forward to is just having a bit of a conversation about like the channel a little bit, and then also not just me just like badgering about it's like what the hell what's going on in my head, but also just like seeing you guys' reaction. It's like, what do you guys think, that we're going into the right direction, or just what the hell you guys are thinking about. So that's kind of like the idea for today. Who knows, we might like get into a game sometime, but I'm not quite sure what yet. I've made a little bit of a list as to like what I want to talk about. But before we get into all of that, how are y'all doing? I hope you guys are having a great Friday. And yeah, it's been a while. Been 2 days since the stream. The theme, how's it going? How are you doing? And Mudkip, yeah, damn, you are obligated to post pictures in of Rome in return for the uwus in Discord. Okay, 1 uwu equals 1 picture. I think that is like a good what's it called, like transaction. Is that what we call it? I think that's what we call it. But yeah, Avim, how are you doing? I hope you're doing all right. So yeah, today I kind of wanted to talk about a little bit about like the channel update a bit. Before that, I finally completed the playlist. That's why like I haven't really streamed over the past couple of days, because basically what we've had is I had to go through 1,500 songs to like make this 25 song playlist, which is hopefully gonna be good. Pixel, how's it going? Well, I made it for a stream and not the very end of it. Hell yeah. That's good. Also, yeah, okay, no, I already caught up with you with like what you wanted to discuss with me after stream, which I completely forgot about last time, so oh boy. But hey, that's good. Also, Pixel, hope you're doing well, man. Hope you're doing good. So yeah, Pixel, you look terrible. Holy shit. A theme coming right in with the looking terrible. Why you say that? Why is Pixel looking terrible today? Tell me. What's wrong? Also, I got a brand new bottle. Actually, this is not a new bottle. This right here is like an old bottle. I used to use this like way back when, forgot it existed, and this holds like 1 liter of water. So it's like, it's wonderful. It's like twice the capacity of what I used to use before, and there's no warframe on this. It's just like measurements. So you can measure how much I drink and then make, I don't know, calculations on that. Yo, yeah, it's a dog mask, that's why. Holy shit! God damn, that is why you were looking horrible, Pixel. A theme was like, no, we will not have unsubbed people in this channel, and no, Trinity will no longer be standing on that top #1 spot. Like, to think that like last week Tribal was still in second place, comfortably in second place with 17 gift subs, and now Theme is just like bada bing bada boom, here I am, 23. Oh my god. But it's lined with tinfoil, which is quite convenient. I mean, that keeps the aliens out and the overlords and the Illuminati and like the chemtrails that turn the frogs gay and whatever the fuck tinfoil does. I thought tinfoil was just cool for like, keeping things warm and fresh, but I guess it's got a whole bunch of other use cases we didn't know about. Just like I don't know about this playlist. Like, I'm kind of surprised. What is this song that I'm listening to right now? I don't know, because like I haven't used this before. We'll see how it goes. So yeah, today I wanted to like, let's get into like the channel update. Let's not like stretch it out for too long. I think that everything so far is going quite alright. So yeah, first of all, before we get into any of this, like I kind of want to go over like why the hell should you care about like a channel update? Because back in the day, like I've always been hugely conflicted about these, right? Because like I remember seeing videos with people saying like channel update. I was like super into it, right? I was like, oh my god, this is like the coolest thing. Like things are gonna change. Like there's so much going on. I'm gonna see in the mind of this person that make the channel and shit, and like they're gonna gift me with all their ideas. Kind of like, when you watch like a Tesla press release, you're like, oh my god, we're gonna see the next future of trucking, the next future of like semi trucks, we're gonna see the future of like technology, and then like basically what they do is like, okay, this is it, and then it never comes out. Like that is pretty much YouTube updates. Channel updates most of the time are just like, man, this is gonna be so cool, and then they never follow through with it. I'm guilty as charged. I've also done that. So I kind of want to like break the mold a little bit, because I think that what I think is important when it comes to a channel update is not necessarily like, oh, I got great ideas, this is what's gonna happen, you're gonna be blown away. It's also not like, oh my god, like we're gonna like have this course and we're gonna do like a 180, right? We're just gonna go like completely different, nothing you know is gonna be ever the same. What I think is even more important is actually best explained with why I would say that I have like 3 not very successful YouTube channels and 1 sort of successful Twitch channel, where like we're doing quite okay here if you compare it to YouTube, which barely had any uploads so far. And I think that's a lot of when it comes to like the plasticity of Twitch and like the rigidity that I have with YouTube. So I think we talk a lot here, and I think that that is rather important. Also, like I think that this music doesn't really fit right now. Is this better? Is this better? Is this better? Probably is better. The music was kind of loud in my ears. Maybe I should like turn it down or something. But yeah, like the thing which I've noticed is that like right now I have 3 YouTube channels. I have a main channel, which I thought was a vlog technology channel, but right now actually kind of exists in a limbo. We have the gaming channel, which is about games, but then less videos. And then we have the stream channel, which is about streams. Old streams. And it's kind of like, then you have Twitch, and here on Twitch, like, we do everything. And it's like, why the hell do I have, like, okay, this thing goes there, this thing goes there, this thing goes there on YouTube, and here we just go and talk about everything. And I think that what's the main difference is that here, you know, we actually just, like, have this conversation with each other. We actually, like, talk about shit. And on YouTube, I'm just like, oh, this is what's gotta be. If it's not, like, a gaming Warframe video, I can't talk about anything on YouTube. And I think that the big difference there is like, if I go to like one of my YouTube channels and I post something which is not entirely in line with what the channel mostly is about, it doesn't get viewed all that much. And here, like, we can do whatever, right? So I think that like what the most important thing that I've learned from that is like, I should probably just like share a little bit as like what the hell I'm thinking, what the hell's going on. Because like, I think that first of all, that kind of allows you to be like, okay, so if this person, like we've seen this with all the Warframe channels, where like if they just quit out of nowhere, it's like fucking weird, right? Why the hell did this guy that like for months, like years, declared his love for this game all of a sudden just like completely quit it? Makes no sense. So it kind of like gives you an idea as like where I'm steering towards, but also allows you to like influence me as like, wait, hey, you know, does this make sense or does this completely not make sense? You should probably try this. So that's why I think that these channel updates might be like a little bit interesting. Even for you, just like first of all, have like an idea as like where this channel is going, where I am going with my thinking, and also basically give you an idea as to like, hey, you know, do I like this or do I want to like intervene before he dives off the cliff and you know we're gonna go into like, we're gonna buy that birch videos or whatever. Actually, I'll never do that. But see, Outlook, how's it going, man? Dude, damn, how's it been? It's been a while. It definitely has been a while. How are you doing, man? How are you doing? I've been alright here. Got a new camera right here, so like it's looking more interesting. Wow, I can zoom in really far with that. I forgot how far that can zoom in. But yeah, other than that, been alright. Like 2 weeks ago, we had a really nice week. It was like almost summer again. Then it was snow, and now it's been like fall. It's been like cold, rain. It's been miserable inside, and I've been inside a lot because of that. And like we're having renovations done, so it's also been like a lot of noise and a lot of dust. So. But hey, you know, we're going to get some really cool looking things out of it, so it's going to be worth it. It's going to be absolutely worth it. You have been hit. I have been hit. I see in the Discord. Damn, holy shit. Oh my god, that is beautiful looking. I'm actually like planning to go to Italy as well this summer, so like let me know if there's like places that you like come across where you're like, man, like this shit be looking mighty cool, or like this is a really cool experience. Like let me know, like, because I'm planning on going there. I've never been to Italy before, so I'm really curious as like what cool places there are right there. So yeah. But yeah, thanks for sharing, man. I appreciate it. But yeah, so all taken by hand with an iPhone 8. Damn. To be honest, like let me like grab one of these pictures here. Like, dude, like the quality of this, like it looks really good. Honestly, like oh my god, like the Colosseum is such an interesting place, right? It's like the history of like what the hell happened in this place all the way back in the day, and now the way that it stands here, right? The thing which I found the most fascinating with ruins is like twofold, right? So first fold is the history, right? Like what happened here, like the things that we've heard that they actually try to mimic like a sea battle here, that they filled it up with water and then like brought in ships and then they had an entire like battle here, but also like all the bloody fights, all the like people and like animals that died in there to like entertain the masses so many thousands of years ago, is like, that's pretty insane. It like that happened literally right there. And, you know, you're standing there and you can touch the same walls that these people touched and you can see, like, what they built. Very, very interesting. At the same time, what's also fascinating, just like the second fold, which is interesting, to me at least, I don't know if anyone shares this, is that basically this thing was built with this purpose of like being a great like theater, right? And then some people or like nature brought it down, which is kind of like sad. Like especially the thing which I find sad is that like there's been a period within like throughout history where people didn't give a fuck about like these ruins anymore. They completely demolished them to like build their own shit, or they kind of like just let them wither away. And because of that, we're kind of left with what we're left with. And it's like limited. Like it could have been more than this, but like we don't have this. Like this is what we have. And then you have this dilemma of like, hey, you know, like this thing was meant to be a place for the people, right? So if the Romans were to live today and they would come back to this, they'd be like, why the hell did you not build this up, man? Like, why the hell did you leave it like this, man? It's like such a cool place, you know? You should brighten it up, man. You should like rebuild it, bring it back to its glory, you know? Probably not do bloody fights there, but you know, it could be a really cool center for sports and entertainment. But at the same time, you also have, like, if you're gonna start, like, rebuilding it a little bit, or adding onto it, then basically, like, you can also say, like, man, now the history is lost. So it's, like, it's such a weird thing, because now we kind of, like, keep these places around, and they're kind of like, man, these used to be, like, really intense, like, center of attention places in these, like, these really big cities, and, like, still, they draw a lot of attention. But, like, what do we do with them? What do we do with these things? And, like, do we just like leave them sitting around and kind of like have them wither away, which like is kind of like what's happening? Or like would it be better to like use it in its glory, basically, like make sure that you like bring back the stands here, bring back like the place here, so like you can still have like basically what the Colosseum used to be, like bring it back to like how it used to be, with parts that are old and with parts that are new, so that you can like continue to use it and keep that memory alive. I don't know, like I really don't know, but like that, those things always like go through my mind when I'm at these places, and it's like it's insanely fascinating to me. So, but yeah. Mudkip says, I've had other pics people refuse to believe that I took with older iPhones. iPhones have a brilliant camera, like seriously. I think that if you have any phone for over the last 5 years or so, your camera is fantastic. It's like people are now like, what was it, like 5 years ago they brought in like the 4K cameras, even though our displays don't even capture like display 4K. It's like, so like only big monitors do 4K, but your phone doesn't. So like why would you need to have a 4K camera if your phone is not even going to display 4K? So I think that at that point in time we actually, you know, you hit the sweet spot. So yeah, is reusing truly the same as what it was originally? I think it comes the closest. Because, like, if you just leave it around here, it's like, at a certain point in time, it's just gonna wither away, right? And it's like, it just comes down to, like, I don't know, like, I really don't know what to do with this, because on the one hand, like, I'm like, yeah, let's say that you were to put new stands on top of this, and you were to, like, finish it off, right? Like, just bring it back to its former glory, like, just rebuild it the same way. Then, like, because, like, what we see right now here is a shell of something that was great, but is no longer something that you can do anything with. And, like, if I'm here, like, if I would be here, and I hope it can be here this summer, like, I'm definitely gonna imagine, like, what these stands would look like with people in them. Like, what the stands would look like with people sitting there, and, like, what this ring would have looked like if it was, like, complete, right? It's like, you think about all that, you imagine that, because you can see something that is broken down, but once used to be. And then, like, I'm thinking, like, hey, you know, if I was a Roman that used to, like, be in this place, and you'd come around this century now, and you'd be like, man, like, this thing is still in the center of Rome. This thing is still, like, drawing a lot of attention from people. We made this thing for entertainment. So, like, why didn't you fix it up? It would be just kind of weird if, let's say we used to have, like, what's a great stadium or a great tourist attraction? Let's say, like, the Eiffel Tower got hit by something. It's like, why don't we rebuild it? But at the same time, like, I can also see how rebuilding it would be sacrilege. It's like, it's such a weird thing, and, like, I don't know. That should just, like, very much fascinates me if I look at it, so. And would someone be capable today of following fat and proper? Would be able someone to be able to, like, although these things seem great, are they truly today? Truthfully, we can make 100 of these even greater and more advanced than that. People just don't consider battles to the death a good direction for humanity. I don't necessarily think like you'd have to host battles to the death here. It's just like a very interesting structure. Though then again, you do pose like an interesting idea. It's like, how great is this, right? Because like let's say we were to rebuild one exactly like this. Actually, like you should probably try to rebuild this exactly like in the same design and same dimensions first, and then see whether like it has a good design. Because it could also just be that the design right now is crap. Like, it wouldn't look as great as it does now, because now we can fill in, like, how great it looked. But yeah, I don't know. I really don't know. It's like, that's just, like, what's dazzling to me when I see ruins. It's like, I do not know, like, what I would do with it. I do not know what the greatest way of, like, dealing with it is. And because of that, it's like, it just fascinates me so much, just to see all of that. Also, oh my god, dude. Bro, that last one is from a video game. Bro. Okay, so like... you're like, oh my god. This, like, okay, so like, there's a couple of like really beautiful pictures here that Mudkip is posting in the Discord. Let me share some. So like right here we have a beautiful sunset. Like, look at that. And then we have like, oh, I like these close-ups. Like, these close-ups are like, oh my god, man. I think that, yeah, that one's red. Like, the fire one really stands out to me. Like, dude, that is a really, like, just... I've seen a lot of people take pictures of fires and they're just like crap, and this one is like legit. I could use it as like a, what's it called, like a wallpaper. But I was just scrolling down, it's like, man, like, holy shit, I don't know how you took this picture. This picture looks like, this kind of looks like a video game. And I was like, wait, hold on, enhance. That's a video game. But it looks great. It actually had me wondering for a second. It's like, man, like, dude, this looking hella lit. But like, I was like, that's not in Italy. I'm sure as hell that's not in Italy. But yeah, man, you take great pictures. Like, seriously. Looking good, dude. Looking good. So, anyway, let's see. Is that God of War, Skyrim, or The Witcher? You're gonna have to... It's Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Oh, interesting. Actually, the Assassin's Creed series is like one I've only played one game of. Should probably like maybe go for that at some point. Anyway, so yeah, let's talk about like a little bit of like the channel updates. The thing that I want to address the most is a little bit about last month. We've kind of like not had a lot of streams or content in general. Obviously, I've been sick, but also like there have been a couple of things that I've been doing. So I kind of want to catch you up as like, what have I been doing recently? Like, what the hell have I been up to? Especially this week when I didn't stream for 2 days. And also like, what is coming up? Very like what is on the agenda very soon, which might actually like take time away from content. What am I working towards? So you kind of have an idea. It's like, what am I doing? Like what's going on in my mind? And you know, this kind of like also allows me to like bounce ideas back and forth a little bit. So if everyone's okay with that, let's go over a little bit of like what's recently done. One of the most notable things which has been done, if you haven't seen it yet, by the way, let me know if the music is still on. It's loud in my ears, but I think it's already on stream. One of the things which has recently been done, whoop, I have more, but food arrived. Oh, go get some nice food, man. Go get some nice food. So yeah, one of the things that you might have noticed is that I have uploaded 532 videos on Twitch. So, I was really afraid that Twitch might have some like notifications every time I would post a video, so that you guys would like be like notified to death. But I have not heard anyone scream very loudly at me. Like, I've not had someone just like come into the Discord, tag me to like go into the voice channel and just like scream their lungs out at me. So I'm just gonna take that as a sign that no one's been getting notifications, which in this case is fantastic. I'm really glad that no one has just like turn on their phone to, like in the morning and just got 100 notifications of like, Michel Postma posted a video, Michel Postma posted a video, but because I'm sure that if I did that, you'd probably unsubscribe because you'd go insane. But yeah, so if you go over to the Twitch channel right now, let me see if I can bring that up right here. You can see that like a large part of the archive is up online already. We're up to like we're close to like a year behind it. Let's see. /videos. Let me see if we can grab this right here. Let me mute this shit. I don't need to hear myself. So yeah, if we go to my old videos right here. So yeah, as you can see right here, we are, this right here is the last video that, like, is up. There's, like, 20 more coming tomorrow. But yeah, as you can see here, this thing is from 31 May. The 31st of May, we were doing Apex. So yeah, this is already from like a year ago. We're getting closer and closer. My goal is to, like, by next week, be caught up entirely with this stream right now. So basically everything should be online then. So like, as you can see here, like, there's like a whole bunch of stuff that you may find. Let me just like kind of zoom out here so you can see. 500 videos on here. It's pretty cool to see it. Like, if I go over this, that you can see like the entire history and like, you see here the history of the streams and like the old cameras, the Among Us times, the bloody Among Us times. Also, Destiny Forsaken, man. Destiny's got a new expansion. I really want to get into that soon. I'm probably gonna have to rewatch these for a little bit because I forgot most. Like, legit, I forgot most about Destiny. We're almost through the Apex storyline. We probably are. But more bigger update on that soon. But yeah, so we have Subnautica as well, man. Like, I kind of want to go back to Subnautica, but like, I don't want to start over again, but also like kind of forgot what happened, so I don't know what to do with that. Maybe at some point we'll go back to Subnautica, because Subnautica is a really fun game. I've seen Tyrannus play it, and I'm just like, my god, this is so cool. So yeah, as you can see, like, there's a whole bunch of videos out there. However, your question may be, which is a question you should probably be asking me more, is why? But why, Michel? Why the hell did you do that? Have you gone insane? Have you gone mad? Uploading 500, 600 videos on Twitch? Are you out of your mind? And like, yeah, probably I am. However, like, the reason why I've started to do this, and like the reason why like I've been going on with this, is because recently I've discovered a big issue, or like gotten to understand a big issue of Twitch and YouTube not being very reliable platforms. Now, we've all known that for a long time, that in a sense they're very reliable because they never like have outages, and they generally are quite useful. However, we also know that like they don't make the smartest decisions. And for instance, like recently YouTube removed the dislikes, which like honestly has been like the stupidest decision in a long time. And Twitch also like continues to be very unstable when it comes to like creator payouts, as we've seen with a channel like Dankpots, who hasn't been paid even though he was like one of the top creators on Twitch, and creators like Destiny just being banned, which like kind of like shows that these platforms are not platforms that I really want to trust all that much. And what do I mean with like not trust all that much? So like, I will trust them to have my content reach you. I will trust them for me to like broadcast my content, and I will trust them for as much as I can to, you know, like deliver my content to you and like post online and like be discovered by other people, because like these are the primary platforms that are out there. And I'm not gonna switch to Bilibili. I don't know, like I kind of recognize the name, but I don't know entirely what that platform is. Is that like a Chinese like platform? I'm not familiar with it at all. But I will mainly say on these because right now these are still like the most competitive platforms out there if I want to like grow my channel, quote unquote. So however, what I have noticed is that like these platforms, like behaving as they do form a danger to like my channel, basically. So like what I do, like I have to keep into account that these platforms are unstable, because they can cause like harm in two ways. We can have like direct harm, where like we've seen, for instance, with Cole, we've seen that with Leafy, we've seen it with like other channels where they've just been banned straight out and there is no recourse, or very little recourse. I don't know if YouTube or Twitch is ever gonna like ban me, but I mean, like there are like really big streamers that have just been banned, and like Twitch never comes back to them. Twitch never like tells them anything. There have been so many more like smaller streamers that have been banned for no reason, that have never found a recourse because they don't have an audience. So like I'm not expecting to be banned, but like it could happen. I'm not gonna live in delusion that like I'm never gonna get banned, I'm never gonna get copy struck, and I'm like changes that are gonna be brought to these platforms will never affect me. I'm seeing that like this platform like taking a direct impact on this channel by some of their stupid policies or some of their weird ban decisions might affect my channel. But what is much more likely is that we could see like an indirect effect. So what I've noticed when YouTube pushed through something like the dislike, like removing the dislikes, or when YouTube pushed through things like basically, more like whenever I go to like a Filthy Frank video, and basically it's like, oh yeah, you need to sign in with your ID, and like, oh, don't commit suicide around Filthy Frank videos, because they think like the internet has gotten so weak that they can't really watch a Filthy Frank video without like deciding that they want to kill themselves and that they're like under 18 or so. Like, I don't fucking understand that shit. But like, if I see how YouTube behaves, I cannot understand why people want to continuously ruin that platform. I think in 2016 it peaked. Ever since then, it's been downhill. And I've noticed that I've grown to dislike the platform quite a bit. It's still one of the greatest platforms to like share video content with. It's still one of the greatest platforms to like discover new like creators and like watch them, keep up with them, because there's not really another platform out there. But I started to notice that I don't really like it. So there are times where I've like moved away from YouTube, because not because I didn't want to see the content, but just because I didn't want to support it. I didn't want to support bloody YouTube. And I can fairly understand that if YouTube pushes for a change which you don't like, or Twitch like does a change which you don't like, Twitch bans your favorite creator without any form of recourse. YouTube comes around and disables community captions during the Deaf Awareness Week, because fuck, that's a great idea. I can understand that you might be, fuck it, I don't want to watch YouTube anymore. Fuck it, I don't want to watch Twitch anymore. I kind of want to like put that platform out there. I can understand that, but as a result, like, I may get caught in the crossfire. With no ill intent from anyone, but if I only have my videos on YouTube, if you decide to like say fuck YouTube, guess what? I'm fucked as well. So I also want to be like guarding my channel against that indirect damage. So what I'm doing is like spreading my content as wide as possible. Right now, my content has always been available on YouTube. You can go to like the stream archive channel, where basically like what you find if we go to the archive channel is that we have pretty much every single stream out here. Bada bing, bada boom. Every single stream is out there, which like honestly I've really enjoyed. I've started like about a year and a half ago, and it's been like fantastic. And also, like, all of my videos are out here. So, let's say Twitch ever gets banned, I'll probably start streaming to this channel and just continue to upload videos. But what if YouTube bans me? Well, that's where, like, you know, I figured, let me bring all my videos over to Twitch as well, such that, you know, we're now over on two platforms. Two platforms where, basically, if one falls away, I can move over here. I'll just start uploading my videos here as my primary thing. It will be weird. I don't know how well it will go, but that's what I'm testing out right now, is, like, what if I'm uploading my videos out here? Because you can see as well here, the videos here, like, you can see, like, there's all the videos out here that are also being uploaded. So, you can watch them. If YouTube ever happens, you know, here it is. So, that's kind of been my idea of, like, uploading this. Let me see. Bullet Fit in my Honda asks, can I slap your door? I don't know if you can see a door. I don't see a door here. Question though, what do you think are more of in this world, doors or wheels? Let me know your reasoning. Let me know your reasoning. Because, you know, might be more doors in this world, but also might be more wheels in this world. If you can give me like a really good explanation of that, let me know. Let me know what you think there. So yeah, but yeah, let's see. So yeah, so that's basically been my thinking behind it. It's been hugely inspired by like the Stream Archive channel. I see it as somewhat of a similar action, where like basically the Stream Archive channel was like, let me take all the streams that I have access to, which I've saved, and throw them on the channel and keep updating that channel. Which is basically bringing Twitch content to YouTube, where now I'm bringing YouTube content to Twitch. So it's kind of like the same thing, but like sort of different in a sense. Now from this channel, like I've learned a lot, because about 1.5 years ago I decided to like do this, save my streams and throw them on here. Which wasn't necessarily something which I thought was going to really work out all that well. I didn't really like, let me see, hold on. Do we have more buildings or cars? Ooh, good question as well. Also, how does Odyssey play into your thoughts? So, actually, let me touch on this, and like I'll get to Odyssey in a second. Like, let me first go over like the past, which is this. YouTube, go to YouTube, then I'll go over like Twitch, which is the present, and Odyssey will then be the future. Let's do that. Because that's a really good one. That's a really good one too. So, basically right here, this is the first time I decided to like move my content from one platform to another. And the main reason why I did this was because I noticed that like I had a lot of like streams that I did, not that many videos at the time, and I was kind of like, well, these streams are just going to waste. No one can see them anymore. I kind of want to like save them somewhere. I kind of want them to be accessible somewhere. And fuck it, let's just try this. Now, this wasn't really a straightforward thing as it seemed. Right now, I feel like this has been rather successful, but I don't know, like, I didn't know at the time. Like, at the time, like, my main questions with this were first of all, like, will anyone have interest in a channel like this? Will anyone care about rewatching full-on streams? Second thing that I was wondering about is, like, is this something that, like, I should do? Should I save these streams? Because, like, I was very much afraid that with saving streams, first of all, like, I'm unedited, so, like, it might be that someone can take all my, like, clips out of context and like take like all these hours of footage and then sift through them and then find that one time where it said something weird and be like, oh my god, we're gonna go and like ban you and like cancel you and shit. And the other thing that I was also a little bit worried about was that, hey, you know, copyright and shit, let's say that like I watch something which like later on like comes back to me, like how will that work? Since especially like back in the day on Twitch, people were so much more easier with like just playing radio because, oh, it will be deleted in a couple of days. I didn't really like do that, but I was kind of wary. Like if I do this, if I make this archive, am I not setting myself up for failure? And yeah, so like those were basically like my questions when I started to do this. Also, Mike, what's up, dude? How's it going, man? We are reading Michel's mind. Sort of, yeah. Like I'm doing a bit of a channel update, just to like give you guys some like insight as to like what's going on, especially since like we got a new playlist, as you might be able to hear. That's been one of the things that I've worked on this week, which caused a couple of streams to be canceled, but also because I kind of want to like change some things up in the future, and I think it's good if I like keep you guys updated with what the hell's going on. But yeah, anyway, how's it going, man? How you doing? How you doing? By the way, I got the gold, dude. I got the gold. We can grind towards plat now. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So yeah. Anyway, I've uploaded all this content. As you can see, it's right now we have like I think over 200 videos on here, or 200 streams on here, and 1.5 years later and 200 streams later, these are like the results that I've seen from it so far. So first of all, like the thing where it's like, is this interesting at all? Is this something that anyone will care about? What I found is that like saving these streams has been one of the best things I've ever done. One of the best decisions I've ever done, because like it just literally keeps all the memories around. Like what we have here, like Twitch is a really great feature where it like counts the hours of content. There's about 400 to 500 hours of content here on this very channel here, okay? 400 to 500 hours of content right here that you can watch at a moment's notice. And I know that there's like 400 to 500 hours more that was before that, because like this started only in 2020. There's an entire catalog of streams between 2016 and 2020, which is gone. There is no way to access that anymore. And honestly, I'm really, really sad that I didn't do this earlier, because if I go here, it's like, man, Terraria feels like ages ago. There's some Temtem footage right here. Temtem actually was the game where like the new Temtem update came out. It was like, shit, I want to cover this. We did so many great things with Temtem. Oh wait, we did it on stream. I don't know what the... Oh my god, it's lost. It's gone to time. I hated that. And also like the Among Us like evenings, I'm so glad that they're all here. So like it's been one of the best things that I've ever like done. I'm like, honestly, I'm really happy. Like I'm really happy with like even if no one cares, I find it's very, very interesting. So anyone who like has an interest in this like is a plus to me. Like just like the saving of memories is by itself one of the greatest things. Let's see. Mike says, I'm trying to figure out why Discord is not picking up on Mike. I gotta do some YouTube and Googling. Alright, if you still have the problems after stream, like, let me know. Otherwise, like, let's jump on, like, a Discord call and, like, I'll see if I can, like, help you figure it out. Because, honestly, like, it should be pretty straightforward. As far as I can tell, it might just be, like, the sound thing in, Windows, which, like, I spoke about earlier. Or it's, like, maybe, like, you have to, like, change about the settings with, what's it called? With like audio quality in your sound settings, because that fucked that fucked audio equipment up for me with Discord. Discord didn't like that. Otherwise, you might have to test whether you have a direct connection. So like whether like Windows picks it up. So try Audacity is like a free audio recording program. So you can download that and then like try and like yell into your mic, and if your mic picks up like your voice, basically, then you know that between you, your mic, and the computer, there's nothing wrong. The only issue will be between, like, Discord and the computer. So, try that, I'd say, first of all. Then, if that works, and then Discord doesn't want to pick it up, then look into the sound settings, and otherwise, like, maybe go for a clean Discord reinstall. If that doesn't work, we'll look at it after the stream, because, you know, it should be fixable. It should be pretty straightforward. There's probably something we're overlooking, so... Okay, so yeah, as I said, this has been a great thing. The other question that I had was, like, should I, let's see, should I save them? Well, like, one of the things that I found is that ever since, like, I started doing this and I kind of moved out of the Warframe spheres, I haven't had any drama yet. I literally have not had any drama, and I can't see myself having any. Just getting out of that fucking mindset of, like, oh my god, this game's all we care about, and, like, this weird community where if I said something about, oh, Barraketeer is, like, a bad, like, loadout, people would, like, hate on me. Has just been really refreshing, and, like, honestly, I have no clue as to, like, you know, why I would care about, like, anyone, like, going through this entire archive and be like, oh my god, you know, you said this. Basically, like, I favor myself because I know who I am, and I stand behind what I say. It's like, if I said something at that moment, probably I thought it was funny, probably it was just like an offhand comment, or maybe I believed in it at that point in time. Does that mean I still believe it now? Maybe I do, maybe I don't. If you have a better argument to convince me otherwise, let's go have a good debate about it, and maybe you can convince my mind. It's like, I'm not afraid of things that I've said. I'm not afraid of things that I will say, and I think that the worth of having those memories, the worth of being able to go back to it, is so much better than, like, this fear of, like, someone that might interpret something the wrong way. And I'm like, fuck it, you know? I've made this for like, people to enjoy. I'm not making, like, I'm not making this for, like, the people that might hate. I'm really happy with this. Also, one of the things that this has done is, like, introduce me to, like, new techniques around the streams, and, like, especially when it comes to recording them and, like, streaming. So one of the things you may have noticed is, like, we've recorded some videos right now on stream. So this started out when it came to like, Halo videos that have now been turned into, like, highlight videos, which kind of moved furthermore into, like, the new war, which is, like, my first full-on video that I just recorded only on stream, and then moved over to, like, YouTube as a video. And, like, I thought that product turned out really well. So we've had, like, the Apex Legends update that came out, like, the Control update. That's been out, like, that's been published on YouTube. We've had, like, the Leap thing. And I want to, like, do that more, because I think, like, it's been a really, really great advancement where, like, hey, I can stream something and it also turn it into a video, and it delivers a great stream and a great video at the same time. And hopefully that also allows me to, like, do some more YouTube content, which I'm gonna talk about soon. So it's taught this shit has taught me some really good things. It's been overall a really positive experience. So knowing this is what I wanted to apply to the problem where, hey, you know, if YouTube and Twitch are both very insecure platforms, what the hell do I do? Like, do I want to, like, port everything of YouTube also over to Twitch, just like I've done with everything from Twitch over to YouTube? And that's what I've done now. So that is what this is. Still, I have my questions when it came to, like, pouring over all my content. My main questions right here were, first of all, again, like, will anyone fucking care? Because honestly, like, maybe no one cares. And to be honest, I don't really mind. I don't really mind, but the thing that I was most afraid of was, like, hey, you know, what if everyone just gets spammed with notifications? I would hate that, because, like, 530 notifications over the span of, like, 2 weeks or so would be horrible. But also the things that, like, I'm interested in is, like, how does the uploads, like, affect, have effect on Twitch? And, also, like, what will be the, what will be the effects on the Twitch channel? So I can't really say yet, because, like, this has been, like, I'm not even done uploading all of this. But, like, as I said, I'm really glad to have seen that no one is, like, bombarded with, notifications yet. Another thing which I've noticed, is that, basically, like, let me see, hold on, like, I've made some notes to, like, be more structured. So yeah, let's see. Another thing which I've noticed, which I found really, really fascinating, and honestly is, like, one of the most satisfying things to me, is that Twitch right now is the most complete overview of my content that you can ever find. Because if we go all the way back here, like, we can go all the way back to the beginning. Now, as I said, the Twitch, like, the Stream Archive YouTube channel only has content from 2020 onwards. The, like, gaming channel pretty much has between 2018 to 2021, basically, when it was, like, the most engaged, or 2020 when it was the most engaged, and then, like, the oldest channel is, like, from 2015 to 2018. So it's like the YouTube channel has come in stages, and here's everything, literally. So, like, we can go to the very first video I ever made. It's on this channel now. There we go. Warframe introduction with the horrible aspect ratio. Because I was looking at this shit in my video editor and I was like, hell yeah, man. These fucking borders that we're going to see here, they're just going to disappear. I saw them in my video editor. I was like, bro, this shit is just going to disappear. It's just going to fill up the screen. It will be alright. Bitch, it didn't. It fucking didn't, because I didn't know anything. But yeah, this is where it started. I didn't know how to fill the entire screen. Did some Warframe content. I remember I was running around in Warframe recording this footage. I was like, man, I'm like Mogamu. He does this shit too. I'm like professional right now. God, it's a horrible video, but it's like, it's great to go back in time. Let me see how fast this is. It might be really fucking slow. Who knows? It is really fucking slow. God dang. So yeah, like you have that, and then it like goes all the way down to how fast. Let me see how fast I can make this thing spin. So yeah, and then like you kind of see like these very early days. Like you see this like this stuff here. You can see the very first vlogs out here, which are really fucking cool. So like this is the very first vlogs I ever did. I didn't even know vlogging was a thing, and I already like made some vlogs, which is kind of cool. And then right here we had like the first podcasts around here, and it kind of moved forward to like the new war. You see the I Dread things coming in, and then like you can see the change when we go to but a big, oh my god, this is like the origin of On the Couch here, by the way. Then you go into like the Tenocon stuff, and then you see that slowly but surely we move into this time that I started vlogging for a bit. You see the podcasting that I did. Then we started. Then we get into like the Joey Sarah weekly Warframe show, where I started to do these frame thoughts things. Then we have going like straight back into Warframe with different content. The 2-minute slash dash from the weekly Warframe show, and then we move forward to like a little bit of like my Warframe time, where I wanted to milk Warframe for all it had. And now all of a sudden, oh my god, Outer Worlds, we're gonna do variety. And yeah, you see like slowly but surely you see this changing. However, this is already on 2 channels, so like these things are entirely disconnected, and like the main channel has never seen this. But you can see here that's actually quite a logical change, where you know like how things move into each other. And then like you go into the streams and you see, oh my god, there's so many fucking streams. It's like so many different things. So I really like that this right here is the very first time that you can have like a complete overview of all the things I've ever done. And I love that. I really, really love that. It's kind of unfortunate I've not stuck around to one single channel, and where like, you know, the stream archive was one of the best decisions. Breaking off my channels into multiple channels is like one of the worst decisions, but hey, you know, gotta live with it. You gotta fucking live with it. So yeah, regardless of that, overall, like, I don't think I can tell anything about the effect of this yet. I know that Twitch has had this feature for uploading videos, but like, as far as I know, they've never done anything with it, but I also don't know anyone that's done this before. So I wonder, maybe if I start posting on this channel like more frequently, maybe, you know, it will have an effect that no one knows about. Who knows? So far, like, just having this archive here is just a great experience for me. But hey, you know, we'll see. Like, maybe there will be some people that will only watch it on Twitch. Maybe, like, more people on Twitch will now discover YouTube. I have no idea. But it's an experiment, and I'll let you know if I have some more results. One of the things which I have immediately noticed already is that going through my archive, I've learned a couple of things already. Like, I've learned about how to, like, better compress and archive my videos. There have been videos right now that, like, I did not have stored anymore. So like really my oldest videos, I never saved them, and now I have them stored. I've pulled them from YouTube and I saved them now. So basically we're fully backed up at this point in time. No content can ever be lost because I have it on YouTube, I have it on Twitch, and I have it like backed up here locally. So we have 3 places where this shit is archived. So that should be alright. There may be some creators that you may enjoy to watch that may have deleted or will delete their content. So with me, you can always be sure it's out there somewhere. And another thing that's like really taught me is like basically, like, I've never really had an idea as to what I'm doing. And that's what I'm hoping that will change soon. But before we get into that, let me get to a famous question right here, and then we'll move on to, like, what we're moving on with. Or actually, like, no, we're gonna get into, like, one of the major things I discovered, which led to this playlist. So, yeah. Afim says, an interesting question, mayhaps one that delves from the innate nature of wanting to socialize, which can fall under acceptance, which can lead to one wanting people to care. Very sensible. Though I often ask while writing, what's the point? Though this might sound like an obvious question to any story, the question isn't at the story. It's why one does what one really do. It's why does one do anything really, and why this task? The answer is simple to state, but its layers can be very intricate. However, it's like the Japanese strong game, which one can easily manipulate with a tangle of string into any shape. We limit ourselves to thinking we can only do things in a specific way, realizing, for example, we playing only one game is some law of reality is just a ridiculous thought. It's already a step away from these limitations. So, let me see. To the question is like, why does one do anything? I think it's because of our failure structure. It's like, where do our values align and where do our cultural values align? So I think that basically like personal interest comes from like, our personal values. I think that values are inherently a personal thing, since there is no factual basis for values, as far as I've been able to figure out. Like, everything is in the universe, but it doesn't tell you what it ought to be. There is no clear way in which we can say that this thing is better than that thing in a factual way. The only thing that, like, could be, like, the best, like, where there could be a most universal basis for, like, what might be good and what might be bad are things that relate to, like, pain, hurt, and dying, and like basically death, because like things that like lead to hurt like are pain, and pain indicates suffering, and suffering indicates that one might die if this continues. However, since none of the living beings are aware as to like we don't know for a fact, we don't know with 100% certainty without a doubt that like life is better than death. I assume it, I will live with this, but like we don't know. So there is no factual basis to underbuild that, so we don't know whether factually the process that moves us closer to death is a bad process. And if we don't, like, let's say that like life or death would be better, and like it's like a what's it called, like a painful thing you have to go through to like get to the better place, then like would it not be wrong in that case? I'm not saying that's the case, but in that case, would it not be wrong to like deny people that? You know, so factually, like, we cannot state that there are like universal values that everyone knows are good and bad, and that's it. However, like, because we humans share a lot in common, like it tends to be that like a lot of us like share things that we think are good and share things that we think are bad, and that's largely dependent on like what culture we come from, what the people around us think are good and bad, and like they've learned that from the people around them, the people around them, that sort of thing. And also, like, so, like, what is reinforced around us? Like, when we grow up, what are we taught is good? What are we taught is bad? We're told pain is good. We're told, like, you know, helping people... no, we're told pain is bad. Helping people is good. I'm not fucking that up. I'm sorry. You know, like, we're taught that. But at the same time, we also have our own set of values because, again, like, they're not set in stone. It's not like, you know, if I drop something, it will fall down. Like, I know if I drop this thing, it will fall down because gravity is a fact. However... my values are not a fact, so like people can like influence me, but we also have our own personal set of things that we think are more important than other things, and that's where I think a large part of individuality comes into. Our interests align into. It's like you're like, some people are not interested in video games because they don't think that playing games is something that's worth their time, but they rather think that maybe, you know, reading books all day is worth their time, whereas someone else may be like, hell no, I love me playing some battle royales and I like miss me with the books, you know, like. And that's where like a value system comes in, where like reading and like playing video games is like on a different level of like what you value. And like, so why does anyone do anything? It's like because like there are things on their value system which are accessible to them, where they see a potential reward that they might be able to gain, which beats doing nothing, basically. That might be because it's from their own self that thing comes forward. Maybe like one of their own selves, like one of their own values, like, man, I really want to be doing something else than doing nothing all day. Or it might be that, you know, the people around them are pushing them. It's culturally like pushed, where it's like, hey, you know, if you're laying on your lazy bum all day, we're not gonna like be very like happy with you. So yeah. What up, Emo? How's it going, man? How you doing? Let's see. Backed up. Damn Twitch. Damn Twitch is fake. A lot of people are afraid of death or the end, or pain and getting hurt. I'm like, I can understand it because, like, you know, hurting, the pain is pain, and like it's not nice. You know, like yeah, I can understand that. I can understand that fear very well, because like I think it's something which like we all share, because it's in our experience that's been like bad. But I don't think that lays a good like logical foundation as to say that like, well, this is a fact of the universe. These values are facts of the universe. I don't think so. So I think that gives us freedom to ourselves. It's like why we personally have control over our values. Wow, this is loud. But yeah, that does mean that like our interests in what we do are like engaged by us. So anyway, I hope that satisfies your question, Avim. I hope that satisfies your question. Let us get into like the new playlist that you're hearing. Woo! Because one thing which I discovered when I went through my YouTube archives, when I went through all of this shit here, to like put it on Twitch, was like, oh my god, some of these videos have been claimed. Now, copyright claims on YouTube are abundant. Even like the biggest channels like PewDiePie get claimed, like get their own music gets fucking claimed by third parties, and there's nothing they can do about it. So, you know, shit kind of sucks. But to be honest, I don't really care all that much about like videos being claimed. I hate it. I think it like it's not fair and it's not nice, but at the same time, I don't mind if out of like the 200 or 300 videos I have on the channel, like some of them like may have ads on them that don't pay me. Like like none of my videos have ads, so hey, I don't really care as long as they're out there and like they're freely accessible. That's totally fine by me. However, now that I'm moving them to Twitch, I was actually got worried. Like, holy shit, Twitch is like the weirdest copyright policy ever, because what we've had with Twitch is that Twitch has been, for the longest time, they didn't give a shit. People could just be watching series like Gordon Ramsay, Hell's Kitchen, like Naruto, Death Note. They'd just be watching the entire shit online, playing the radio, playing the latest top 40 music, all that sort of shit. Twitch didn't care. Then all of a sudden, 2019, Twitch comes around and says, banned. Every single one of the people that like had anything that might be like, copyrighted, if you had it on your channel, you got banned. You got banned. No recourse. Delete everything. So after that, people complained. They were like, man, this doesn't seem fair. And Twitch is like, yeah, you're right. So what we're going to say is, like, if you use copyrighted stuff, you get 3 strikes, you're out. I don't know if we're going to enforce that, but like that's the system that's out there. Maybe someone will get banned, but for now, we're just going to chill. Maybe some point in time, we're going to ban people again. But good luck, you guys. So right now, we're sitting in this weird space where technically, Twitch has set the precedent that they will just ban people straight out. There's not like YouTube, like, ad revenue sharing. There's not this thing where, like, hey, you can appeal things or delete your content. People literally just got banned and they didn't come back. And now, like, they set a precedent, but then also relaxed it, where right now you can still find streams where people are just playing radio songs, where people are just watching shit. I'm kind of like, well, that's all right. I don't want to get into that. I don't want to get my channel banned because I played something which, like, I didn't have the rights to. So ever since the start, I've been super keen on like always making sure that I use copyright-free songs. First by looking through like the copyright-free catalog that I found on YouTube, then looking at Creative Commons. However, even though Creative Commons is like a much stronger like base than like just copyright-free music on YouTube, because you don't know what the license is for that, but you do know what a Creative Commons license is, which is an official license where I can use content like these songs freely, because there's a Creative Commons license to it, as long as I adhere to like the terms of the license. Apparently people have just decided to like, let us go and start claiming these songs. Like, let me claim that this song is my own. Let me go and claim that this song is my own. And like, it's been really annoying because honestly, these people come around, they claim songs they don't own. They take like, ad revenue from my videos, which honestly, my video ad revenue has been zero. I've never earned anything from YouTube, so I don't mind. But what if they come to Twitch and all of a sudden say like, hey, remember all these like Twitch streams you did? 200 of them that all have there's one song that like, I don't own the rights to, but hey, I'm just claiming? Well, fuck this guy. It's like, if that shit happens, man, like my channel will get like 200 checks. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe Twitch is going to be like, fuck you, we don't give a shit. Or maybe Twitch is going to be like, oh my God, there was like 5 seconds of that song. Ban. It's like, I don't know. I don't know what Twitch does, so I want to make sure that I don't run a risk at all. So I've made sure every single thing that is on like Twitch right now didn't have any copyright troubles with YouTube at all. Everything that I have should have a license, should have a Creative Commons license. But hey, seeing what YouTube has done, I don't know if there may be like bad actors with like Twitch. I'd like, man, be like, let me have that video. So like, I'd be totally fine if I could like just delete the video on Twitch. It's like, I'd be more at ease. But like right now, I'm not. So that's why I've completely like switched over my music. Right now what you're listening to is MonsterCat music, which you may know from Crab Rave. Woo! Crab Rave, I can play that right now. I don't have it available at me yet. But yeah, it's like the thing which I discovered is like I always wanted to go with that Creative Commons music because the channel is not making bank, man. It's not like, I mean, like this month has been like the best month ever because like Infamous has been like boom, like shooting us up to the skies. But yeah, it's like I was like, Creative Commons music so far has always been like pretty great to me, and so I was like, yeah, why not keep it? However, the problem with that is that because it's free, you don't have anyone that you can turn to, like, hey, this thing that you put out for free, someone's claiming that's yours, can you go and like go after them? It's like, no, like, because why the hell would they do that? It's like, it's free. Now I'm paying MonsterCat so I can use their like music license, so that like I've already had this where like some of my videos got claimed at the start. I just submit my video, I submit like, this is my license, this is my account, and they just remove it because that's what I paid them for. And it's like, it's fantastic. I no longer have this like problem anymore. So I've had this since January. I went with MonsterCat because like basically you have like 2 big players in this space, which will like 2 companies that will like bring out music licenses that will allow you to holy shit, that will allow you to like use it. You have Epidemic Sound, which like I think a lot of big YouTubers use as well. They have a really big library, but like basically their entire plan is like one Twitch account, one YouTube account. If you want to add more, well, you got to add more accounts. You got to add more licenses. And I got 3 YouTube channels and 1 Twitch channel. I'm like, yeah, fuck no, I'm not gonna do this. It's gonna be way too expensive. And you have MonsterCat, which allows 6 channels per license, which is really nice. Only issue I have a little bit of MonsterCat is like they have cool songs, but like I don't know how much they vibe with me. It's like these songs, I've gone through 1,500 songs lately. This week alone, 1,500 songs. I got to 25, which I like. But like there's a lot of them which are very much like things you hear in like fitness clubs. Like if I were to go to the gym, like half the library would be for MonsterCat, or like club music, or just like house. It's very like electric, which I kind of vibe with, but like I don't really think it's a vibe with the channel. Like I used to go with more like DJ quads, like funky electronic music. So this playlist kind of fits. But like let me know if you guys like if there's anything where you're like, oh man, I really don't like that, let me know. If you find anything of like made by MonsterCat basically, which you're like, holy shit, that's nice, send it to me. Or if you like find something which is like really good, like another platform like this, let me know. Because yeah, right now we have this. I like it. Problem is also like I suck at music. I like it. I really like music, but I don't know how to identify it. All of my music so far has come from, oh my god, someone I know used that in their videos. I love that. Let me go and like get that entire like library basically. So yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's a playlist situation. And obviously, Cube says, I've been posting more video, more pictures. Are these pictures that you have taken yourself? Bro, have you taken this picture yourself? Because that is insane. That is absolutely insane. Sounds like copyright is a bitch. It fucking is. It really, really is. Because, like, what you may have is that, like, the problem with copyright is that, like, it takes away, it could take away everything. So, what we've seen with, oh, this shit. What we've seen with, like, YouTube, for instance, is that, like, you can have, like, a split second of a song, and that can just be like, all right, now we're going to claim the entire video, or it could strike your channel, or it could ban your channel, or it could, like, there are so many steps where it could just, like, take everything down, which sucks. Also, at the same time, there is no recourse. So if someone claims my content, basically, like, I have to, like, submit an argument, and then they can say, like, oh yeah, we were wrong. But they decide whether they were wrong. They don't have, like, they can also just say, like, fuck it, we don't care. We don't care. We don't care. It's like, that's what they mostly do. And if you then want to take it a step up, then, you know, you can submit again an appeal. This on YouTube. On Twitch, I don't know what a recourse is. On Twitch, I don't think there is a recourse. On Twitch, it says, like, your channel is banned if we find out. So that's why there are so many people that just, like, chill and, like, you know, break the rules, and then at some point in time they get banned or they get away with it. So far, for years, some people have gotten away with it, or some people just, like, got fucked. I never want to take the risk to get fucked because I care too much about this. However, on YouTube, if you submit the second appeal, then these people can again decide whether they agree with you or whether they agree with themselves, because, yeah, fuck it, right? And if they don't agree with them, if they don't agree with you and they against it, fuck it, then you may get a strike and your channel can get banned. It's like, then YouTube's like, well, if you think this is bad, just take it up with a judge. And I'm like, bro, it's like, I've never made any money off YouTube. Do you really think that I want to, like, spend thousands of bucks to, like, go to a judge over one stupid song? Like, get the fuck out of here. But it's ridiculous. It's really, really dumb. Just play anime songs? Dude, the anime songs, they're under fucking copyright as well, man. And anime studios are the worst fucking vendors. It's like anything coming out of Japan, these people are the stringiest people when it comes to copyright. Look, for instance, at Totally Not Mark. Anime channel, which reviewed anime in a really great way, just went over, like, okay, so, like, let's go over One Piece. Let's go over, like, how this story, like, works really well as a story. It didn't show, like, entire episodes. He only showed the bare minimum of what was necessary to, like, convey to you, like, what kind of the story was about, and then, like, make an essay about, like, how the storytelling, like, what worked in the storytelling, what didn't work in the storytelling. Really great video, completely fair use. Toei, like, basically, the anime studio just, like, shut down his channel really fucking hard. Yeah, so, yeah, I would not touch anime videos at all. So yeah, let me see. So yeah, you say I've taken those myself and edited it. Damn, that is really nice, dude. That is a really nice shot. Like seriously, like I would like that just look. These things look like absolute stock photos. It's insane. Oh man, Afim, you'll love this. You will love this. Genshin Impact. Damn, Afim, you have a contender. You have a contender for Genshin Captura here. So yeah, man. This like dude, you got a good eye for this. Like I don't know if this is something where you like what you're pursuing is like your career or whether you want to like study it or whatever, but like you get skill for this. You really do. So looking good. So yeah. But yeah, like copyright shit is just like the most annoying thing. Tom Scott has made a great video about this. Where basically like the copyright system was made back in the day for like large companies. So like let's say like I would make a video, right? And like I would use Creative Commons music, and like there was another company that believed that I used their music. Like they would not like do like a copyright strike, which anyone can do. They would just like phone into my lawyers and be like, hey, you know, it seems like the content from your company, like their lawyers would phone my lawyers and be like, yeah, it seems like the content from your company has used something that's from ours. And it's like, well, we used the license, which is right here. Oh yeah, that checks out with the law. Or they'd be like, well, you know, we bought this license in good faith from like another company, and they said it was all theirs. Well, there's definitely a song of ours in there. It's like, well, you know, then you gotta take it up with them because we bought the license in good faith, and then they'd go after the person that fucked up. So yeah, let's see. Ooh, time to post the rest of my Genshin pics. Ooh, French voice actors have made a dub for Genshin as a promotional thing. Oh, they're adding more languages to that game? That's pretty cool. So yeah. Anyway, that's basically what I've been up to for like the last last month basically. While I was sick, I've definitely been working on like adding on to like adding videos to Twitch. I think that should be done in about 1 or 2 weeks. So we're gonna have the entire catalog of YouTube videos and Twitch streams over on this channel right now. So like if you don't want to see like anything on Twitch, you can. And what's the thing that I also want to say? Oh yeah, so like the playlist is new as well. So those are the things that I've been up to. Now, what is going to be coming up soon? Because it's a channel update. It's like a channel recap. It's an update. So like what's going to be coming up? Because there's a couple of things which I want to change going forward. Oh man, now let's get the crypto heirloom. Woo! I'll go over like a couple more things. First of all, like I want to touch on like things that I want that I want to change here on stream. Then I want to touch on things that I want to change on YouTube. A little bit on like how I'm considering like time management with these things, like where content may speed up, where content may slow down, and I also want to talk about a big project that I'm working on. And then if we still have time and if we still want to, I'm totally down to like go play some Apex or so. So yeah, like sure. Let's see. You know what a magic wand is called in French? I don't know, Mega Weapon. You gonna tell me? You gonna tell me? You're not essentially aren't even allowed to record people without their consent. To be honest, like I kind of appreciate like Japan's privacy laws, but I think their copyright is a little bit weird. It's like a little bit weird. Like yeah. Let's see. No, they're not adding more languages. Well, at least nothing is announced yet. A baguette magic. Damn. Let's see, he said Fortnite. Did I say Fortnite? I'm pretty sure it said Apex because like I don't think they have a crypto heirloom in Fortnite. Do they? Do they? Anyway. So, stream content. What's gonna be coming up soon? Let me like let's see how I want to introduce this. Let's see how I want to move into this. So with everything which I want to change, with everything like which is like on the planning, I kind of want to start out with like what we see now, and then like go for like the logical steps to like why I'm like what I want to do given the situation now. So one of the things which I found when I was going through, as you can see right here, like you know the Twitch streams which I've done, or actually like you know also what you see right here when it comes to like the Twitch streams which I've uploaded to Twitch now. If you go through the stream archive, one of the things which I think is very interesting is like if I go through here, like I've tried to like from the start like add interesting titles and thumbnails to these streams, and like what I've noticed is like honestly it's actually like kind of interesting. It's like if I go, for instance, to like one of my other channels right here, if I go to, for instance, this channel right here, if I go to the gaming channel here, it's like if I go through here, like this is like honestly, it's kind of boring. And the reason why it's so boring to me is like I always do one thing on these channels, right? It's like if you go here, you're like, fucking Warframe boy, woo! Yeah, I'm not logged in, emo or like Mudkip. I'm not logged in. So like you see, Warframe boy, it's frame phones boy. Oh my god, it is like playthroughs. Oh my god, it's a 2-minute dash time. Oh boy, oh my god, it's a framecast beginning. Oh, but it's still on Warframe stuff. It is still on Warframe stuff. What's gonna happen? Oh my god, the framecast taking over. The framecast taking over. It is just a framecast. It's just podcast. Oh, we're playing some other games, some like Lego Hobbit. We're playing some like Outer World shit, and oh my god, what's gonna happen? Meme review? Is meme review gonna take over? No, it's the Framecast, and it's just the Framecast from now on. Like, you will not see anything but, like, podcasts. And oh my god, we're coming back. We're gonna maybe some Apex. Is Apex gonna save it? Oh my god, no. Halo. Oh my god, Halo's gonna take over. It is literally just Halo. For the entire time, it's Halo, and now Horizon Forbidden West. It's like, literally, I do one thing in this channel. It's like, if you're into it, it's fun, but if you then compare that to this shit here, if you then compare it to like these videos here, if you go over like the same period of time, it's like, all right, what are we doing? Terraria, Warframe, Outer Worlds. Ooh, okay, Warframe. Temtem, Fallout, Among Us, Fallout, Twitch team talking about random shit, Among Us, Fallout, Cyberpunk, Warframe. What else do we have here? We have Among Us, we have Cyberpunk, we have talking about shit, we have lawyer stuff, we have Ghost of Tsushima, we have dwarf shit, we have Destiny 2, we have, like, it goes everywhere. So, like, if you're, like, this is also why I do, like, a gameplay things on, like, Tuesday and Friday. It's, like, in a month, just stream on Monday. I want to diversify shit, right? I want to make sure that, like, I personally really enjoyed everything that we've done here. I super enjoy Horizon Forbidden West. I really want to get back to it. Similarly, I fucking enjoyed my Halo time. I can't wait to play Halo Infinite. I really had so much fun doing the Framecast. This timestamps that the timestamps you made are fantastic. Like, they really, really made me super excited every single time, like, you posted them. It's like, I loved it. I had a bunch of people also come out and like say like, man, I really look forward to every single time a Framecast comes out. I love that. But like, I also know that like not everything is interesting to everyone. Like, some people might like really love like the talking stream that I do right now, where I'm like, hey, I'm going over like what I'm like my mind thoughts and like what we're doing with the channel. Maybe that really interests you, or maybe it doesn't. Maybe you love whenever I play Warframe, or whenever I play a game, or whenever, you know, we go for like the story games, or whatever. Like, there may be different interests, and like if it's just one stream where I'm doing this, like I'm not gonna do 5 streams in a week where I'm just gonna be talking about channel updates. That'll get boring real fast. But that's something which I did do. Which I do on like these channels here, but I don't do that here. Like, I actually think like the thumbnails and the streams are like the titles are rather interesting. However, one thing which I have noticed is like if I go over to like this content here, let's see, bada bing bada boom, is that like this stream right here, for instance, like the modern art. No, hold on. Which was a good one. I just went over one which I thought was like a perfect. Okay, so here, right here, it's like why I joined a Twitch team. If I go over here and why I joined a Twitch team... Oh, wait. Fuck. It's like... You think, hey, you know, this entire stream, where I'm talking about why I joined a Twitch team, I'm going to be talking about why I joined a Twitch stream. No, we're playing Temtem, boys. We're playing Temtem. Look at that. So, yeah, why did I join the Twitch stream? So I can, like, make a club name and Temtem. That's totally not it. It's just that, like, with a lot of these streams, what I've done is, like... I go over the stream like the next day. I'm kind of like, what was the most interesting thing about this stream? It's like, well, it probably was that I was like here in Temtem and I talked about like why I joined the Twitch team, or here, you know, I started with Spellbreak. I fucking hated it, but hey, you know, then we explored Among Us. And I'm like, let's go over that, or, you know, but the fact right here, you know, I talked about my computer for 5 minutes and then we went right back to Genshin Impact. It's like. If you go by the things that are in the thumbnail and the title, like, they're interesting. Like, they're gonna happen in the stream, but it's not what I set out to do. Most of the time, it's not what I set out to do. So what I found is, like, looking back, I can be like, okay, so that was kind of cool, but I didn't know that was gonna happen, and I definitely did not know that was gonna happen ahead of time. So they're not the best indicators as to, like, what is gonna happen on stream, because, like, you will know if you see, like, this title that this stream is gonna contain this, but will it be, like, a small section of it, or will it be a long section of it? You don't know. However, what's even more so is like if you start to join a stream, what will the stream bring you? Today, I kind of had an idea. It's like what I wanted to do, but most of the time, I don't really. So, for me, like just Shedding Mondays, I've always just been like, I love the spontaneity of like Twitch, where like I sit down, I may have like some ideas like what I want to talk about, but not that much. So I'll just be like, you know what? Like I'll just sit down, I'll just be like, hey, how's it going, everyone? I'll just be asking you guys about your day. Mudkid comes around and like posts like really cool pictures. Let's go talk about Rome for like half an hour. Then Omega Weapon comes around, talks about these really cool like cars. Like man, I still have like a picture of them somewhere. Like these cars that like kids can drive. It's like they modify cars in Germany apparently to like make them like a lot less safe. Instead of like giving them 4 wheels, they give them 3 wheels, and then kids can drive them because god damn it, kids driving normal cars, that's not safe. But kids driving 3-wheelers, which like we've all seen Mr. Bean, we all know like the thing flips over all the time. Oh, that's totally fine, but we should give them that. They can do that. It's like, it's fucking weird. But like we discovered that because Omega Weapon came around and said like, hey, you know about these things existing? I think we got into like cars because, Tribal was talking about, like, he wanted to get a Porsche and shit. It's like, that's so cool, but, like, I could never have imagined that would happen beforehand. That said, though, it's, like, it's really dependent as to, like, what comes up during the stream, and, like, you don't necessarily know what's going to be happening. And I kind of feel it's a shortcoming. So far, like, I've seen, like, I've always gone onto Twitch, where I've been like, man, I love the fluidity of it. But I also feel like I should take my role as, like, entertainer a little bit more seriously. Because if I look at YouTube, for instance, like, what I've done so far when it comes to, like, all these videos is, like, I've always gone by, like, what did I like to make? And that's why, like, I've never really had an idea as to, like, where we were gonna go. And especially initially, that was super fucking serious. Like very, like, explicit. If you look at, for instance, right here, it's like when I started, I was like, well, you know what? I'm gonna like answer some people's questions about this game. Oh my god, people are gonna like, oh my god, people are making mastering test videos. Let me go make a bunch of those because that's like 10 videos. That's like great. Oh shit, Mogamu made an app. Mogamu made a game. Fuck, let me cover that because I can do like a game review on that. Maybe fuck that. Maybe fuck it. That will be cool. Oh, let's answer some more questions. Here it was a little bit more stable. It's like, oh my god, let me just go do some weird ass show that will seem fun to me. Let me go cover some news. Oh boy, it is time for just reacting to a video I just watched. Oh boy, it's so much fun. Now, we're back here just doing some more questions, but it's kind of getting boring. Let me go review another Mogamu app again. Okay, let me go answer some more questions. And I was going, oh, let me go make top 7 videos because people love top so many videos. They really enjoy that, I guess. And here I was like, oh, let me go stream. I don't know. Like, these were my favorite first streams. It just felt like it. And I was just like, oh, let me go weapon review. Oh, let me start a podcast. Oh, I'm doing a vlog because I'm just going somewhere and I've seen someone do a vlog somewhere. Oh, I'm going to start a podcast because that seems fun. It was never about, like, what idea do I have? It was more about, like, hey, I'm exploring what's out there and, like, I'm just kind of, like, seeing what comes to me and I'll just make that. And that's where you see, like, I dread, but then it moves over to, like, the Warframe fan channels thing. Then it moves over to me playing Mass Effect. Like, what kind of strategy would have let's go do I Dread and then Mass Effect playthrough, and then have me start making workout videos, and then start going into like interviews at TennoCon, then go back into like reviewing the Warframe quest, me ranting about that game, and then moving forward to, oh my god, I'm gonna start vlogging, completely abandon this game. But I'm going to go right back into this game with, like, this game theory knockoff. And then I'm going to go start some podcasts with people. And then I'm going to go back into, like, Warframe things. It's, like, it's never been a plan. And that's something which, like, I think has been a big shortcoming on YouTube. But even more so on Twitch. Because where I think, like, initially one can get away with just, like, doing random shit on Twitch. Just being like, oh my god, I'm just going to go do some fun shit. I think that it is, like, a hallmark of like a better streamer, better entertainer, if I have an idea as to like what I'm bringing to you guys. So like just in the same way that like most videos, like most good content has an idea behind it. It's like what is like the story of the day. It's like today the story is I'm gonna tell you something about like what my plans are for the content coming up. For like a gameplay series, for instance, when I play Horizon Zero Dawn, the idea is like we're gonna follow this game, we're gonna follow the most important things about this game, so we can experience it and like we can like see what it's like. We can see we can experience this game together, basically. And like you can see like that's kind of like where it ends, basically. And I think that's like a bit of a letdown. I've noticed when it came to Warframe, that was something I could very easily get away with. Initially, when I played like a lot of Warframe, I was like, well, this is something I can easily get away with because I can always ask someone to like, oh, anyone want to join? Let's go grind shit. It's like, it didn't matter what we did because we would just go in and grind shit. And even though it was like less entertainment, basically, with the Warframe community, it was overall fine because like that's what everyone did. But I've been noticing with Apex, for instance, and this is like a really big insight for me, especially like over the last couple of months, but also, you know, last Wednesday when like we had a really short stream. Basically, what happened is that like I started playing Apex. And I've said it before, like I don't really know what the purpose is of me playing Apex. I enjoy it if I play with friends, but like there's no reason for me to play it outside of just me playing with friends. It feels like very fucking boring because like it doesn't move me anywhere, and it feels like this game is like not really the most fair game to me. I talked about that all this Monday. So then like when I started on the stream, I'm like, fuck yeah, let's go. And then like I played like 1 or 2 matches, and it's like it just kind of like sucks. I'm like, man, I don't feel like playing this anymore. And then it's like, well, where's the content coming from? And like I've especially noticed that when like even if I'm playing like good games, like for instance, like recently we were playing with like Cinder and Mike, and like we were having a really like fun session. But the thing which I noticed is that like if I'm playing that, is like, what is the content here? It's like I'm really wondering that, because like basically like what I find is like, especially if you start out the first hour or so, like it's still fun where we're bantering about it back and forth, bringing up interesting subjects or whatever. But then like the second or third hour, it kind of becomes like what our normal gaming sessions are like, where we're kind of like, you know, you just kind of like focus, you're just kind of like chilling, you're not really saying much. And it's kind of like, well, here we go, you know, oh yeah, there's someone here, Okay, I'm hearing like I'm hearing footsteps south. Yeah, bro. Okay. There's a Falcon right there. All right, shield cracked. Bro, that fuse is one. Come on, push. You know, like that sort of shit. Like that's what I'm saying. It's like, how engaging, like what kind of content is that? Because like, what is the difference between that, like me just playing a game, and like Twitch content? Like, where do I make the content there? Or is it just like me pointing a camera at me just like playing a game? I'd like to think that streaming is more than me just like pointing a camera at me playing a game. So when it comes to Twitch, I want to start with like prepping my streams more, like making sure that like I know ahead of time like what is the story of this stream. I don't really want to do many undirected streams anymore. What does that mean? In theory, as far as I can tell that right now, is like I want my stream to be like, as today, I have an idea as to like what I want to tell you guys. I have an idea as to what I want to go over, and that will most likely also coincide with like the title and the thumbnail you'll see when the stream is saved. So like if you go into the stream, like if you look it back, basically, you're gonna know, okay, shit, this is gonna be the main topic of the stream. Similarly, as like when the stream goes live, you'll know this is gonna be the main topic of the stream. It's gonna be focus. We have all the freedom in the world to go around that during that time, but we'll have that as a center main line. So let's say that like, Mike can post these pictures. I'm more than happy to just like dive in there for half an hour, just like have fun with those. If Mike wants to go and play Apex at the end of the stream, sure, we can go into that. But as long as like the main points have been hit, that's totally fine. Similarly, like when we're like, it's kind of like when we're doing a gameplay series, like I want to explore that game, but at the same time, if you guys are like, oh my god, that combat is really cool, I want to see more of this, or we're gonna go there. There's a lot of freedom we can go there, but at least there's like a center line. So I think that for just chatting in the gameplay series, not a lot will change. What there is going to change like in the free streams, basically. So the free streams were basically the Wednesday and Thursday stream, which have been kind of hard for me lately, because I've been trying to get my like YouTube content around like Warframe and Apex a little bit on the road, so I can at least like make these streams a little bit about, hey, you know, if I'm making a video about a certain thing in Warframe, we can go farm that, and I can like get that to like get more information on the video. Because I thought like that might be an interesting way of combining these things. Or for Apex, if we're gonna like make a video about a legend, I can try and play that legend or so. Or if a new game comes out, I can cover that on stream, which we've been doing with like Leap or the Cycle Frontier. We've done those. However, like the thing which I've found so far is like the videos have been like lagging behind. As I said, like last couple of months, I've still been like a really big issue with time management, trying to get everything done. But at the same time, the thing which I've noticed is that like when I'm playing Apex, is like I don't know what I'm doing. It's weird, man. It's fucking weird. But like I don't know what I'm doing when I'm playing Apex. It's just like I just fire up the game. Especially this like the last few weeks, I've kind of been hoping that people are online and was like, hey, you know, you want to play? Yo, Mike, you want to play? Yo, Mil, you want to play? Yo, like Sin, you want to play? It's like And like I kind of depend then for like the quote unquote content about like other people just like showing up and wanting to play with me, and that's just it. It's like there's no idea behind it. So I don't know whether Apex is a game which like I really want to like, which is really stream worthy by itself. So how would I move forward with that? And like the thing, like this is something which I'm still trying to figure out. I think that what would be important when it comes to like a game like Apex, in order for something like that to be interesting, either it would have to be either the goal of the thing would have to be like, hey, we want to like do X. So like maybe like a stream would be like we're moving from gold to platinum in one stream, or hey, we are exploring, like one of the ideas which I've had is like, what if we do like the Warframe squad in Apex? We take Mirage, Revenant, and Mirage, Revenant, and Ash. You know, like Warframe names, like Legends with Warframe names. So we play for them with that. Or you can do like a complete scan squad, or a complete robotic squad or so. You know, like play with those ideas. But in order to do that, it's like you know, you'd have to come up with these ideas, and you'd also have to like have a squad to play with. And like I'd kind of been hoping that Apex was kind of like a Warframe game, where with Warframe like you can kind of like film the content where it's like, hey, you know, we're playing with viewers, and that will kind of like be the idea, so anyone can come in. Apex is not like that. Apex does not allow for like people to more easily come in. So I think that if I were to go forward with that, what I would have to do is Rhino, Gibby. Yeah, it's unfortunate they don't share the same name. It's like I love like the names basically. But the thing which I've also been considering is like, hey, you know, like let's say if I want to continue to make Apex content and we want to go for it with something like that. Let's say like content ideas would be like the Warframe squad, like we're trying how good is the Warframe squad in Apex, or all robotics. So like we're gonna go what's it called, like Pathfinder, Ash, Revenant, like that set the entire stream, see how well we do with that. Or we go for you know, ranked, like how fast can we get to ranked, or like playing games with only pistols, so you can only pick up pistols or so. You know, like they're interesting like setups for this game basically, like because like you can put it in a title, you can know what to expect, and like we can like those things will be fun, maybe fun, because you may have something where it's like, hey, you know, we're gonna go hunt animals, we can only damage the animals to like get our evo shields up, no one else, something like that. It's like those things could be like fun ideas. However, the problem is like I would need to have a squad without like for that, like I can't do that by myself. And the fact of the matter is that like there's a bunch of people that like I enjoy to play with, and also enjoy to play with me. Some people here in chat. We have Mike here. We have Mudkip here. Like I've played with like Emil, Espionage. Like there's a whole bunch of people that like I've enjoyed to play with. But if I want to like do this good, I need to figure out like what's the best approach for this. And like there's a couple of like elements to this which I think are important to consider, especially when it comes to a game like Apex. Let me see, like I kind of want to like, okay, I think I want to touch on 3 things because I did not prepare this. I wasn't like my notepad only like ended like about half an hour ago, so like I'm kind of like improvising this. But yeah, I think there are 3 main things which I need to take into consideration when it comes to like doing these things for Apex, especially if I want to like approach it from a content perspective. Because one thing which I really want to point out very clearly is that there's a big difference between doing something socially and doing something from a content perspective. And this is something which like in the beginning a lot of creators don't understand. I didn't understand. To me, like making videos or making streams was always like the thing which I enjoyed, so why would I not want to do it with everyone? Basically, why would a lot of content creators not want to like make a stream with me or make a video with me? Or like, isn't us hanging out the same thing as like making content? Well, technically it's not really, because like, you know, like if you're focused on like making content, like the stream or the video comes before like your actual game or before your actual enjoyment, right? It's like that sounds really bad. Some people take that too far, where they really hate the game like while they're playing it basically. that's too far. But when it comes to like playing a game, for instance, like what you'll see with Apex is that like when I'm on stream, I'll behave a little bit differently than when I'm on like playing by myself. Well, like I know certain things are like looking nicer for the stream. There's also ways in which like you're interacting with each other, where it's like, hey, you know, if I'm playing with, for instance, like Mike can attest to this, if I'm playing like with people like not on stream, I'm totally fine just like sitting there chilling, being quiet, just like listening to people talk. Maybe sometimes like throwing back something. But like if we play Overwatch for instance with 6 people, it's like sometimes you barely talk with each other for like 2 or 3 whole minutes. No one says anything. Can't do that on stream because the thing here is like what I've also found like like if I'm playing a game, for instance, if I'm doing a gameplay series, it's not necessarily that I'm just like sitting there and just like being like, yeah, that's a cool moment. It's like, no, like what I found is like you want to be talking about what you're doing. And it's also what I noticed with Apex, where it's like with Apex initially I didn't say anything because I was so focused on the match. But like if I look at back, if I watch that back, it's really uninteresting because I want to know like why am I doing something? Like, oh my god, that Pathfinder is going, it's like sipping to the left. You know what I'm going to do is like I'm going to go and like flank him right there. He's not going to expect that because like then you can see what's going on in my mind. And like, oh, I'm going to flank him. I'm going to crowd. Oh my god, there's like a whole team here. They got me. Shit. And then like if that happens, like you know what I was thinking, you know why I went through it and why I reacted a certain way. If I didn't say that, but instead just like, you know, the Pathfinder goes and you just see me like. And I like go around and like climb up a rock, which doesn't really make sense. And like, oh my god, all of a sudden I die. Just like, oh god damn it! It's like that doesn't add anything because you just see me like. It's like making content and playing it yourself is a little bit different. So I've noticed that with myself already when it comes to like a gameplay series, but even more so when it comes to like if we're gonna do like content where like I'll be playing with other people, and if I want to like do that like focus basically, and that like defaults into like 2 things basically, or 3 things. I don't fucking know, man. First thing is matching playstyles. So I've played with a couple of people. There's some people who I've played with more initially and that I'm playing less with now, and the reason why is because our playstyles don't really match. Initially, I used to be a very conservative player. I used to be super far behind. I just used to be looting all the time. And there are some friends of mine who really enjoy the looting playstyle. They're like, there's no point dropping HOD. What we want to do is we want to make sure that we stay alive. Because we want to win. We want to win this match. We want to make sure that we stay alive. Like, there's no point in landing somewhere, not having a weapon, and just dying. That just sucks. If we land somewhere, we take it easy, like, we'll be alright, right? So that's an approach. However, like, I've kind of outgrown that a little bit because I've also been playing with people like Mike or Asen who are like, man, you know what? I'm just gonna 1v3 this shit. I'm fucking good, boy! I'm fucking good. I like dying, see? So, like, and I can also see that because basically, like, whatever you're playing, at the end of the day, it's all about getting kills. And if you're out there and you're like, you may have like the best quote-unquote gear, but you'll never get past purple in Evo Shields if you're just loot. You'll never get like the best gear because you're gonna have to be lucky to find that. Whereas like if you kill, you're like basically you're having other people do the like loot selection for you. So like if you're gonna be at the end of the game, you're gonna have no kills and you're gonna be fighting people with like 10 kills. Good fucking luck winning this shit, and you just have to spend like 15 minutes just like looting and then just dying at the end. So I can also see that playstyle. And what I found is like if I like about like if I like don't play a lot with like a certain player with a certain play style, I'll not fight with them very well because they'll go like one way, right? They'll just be looting and I'll be miles ahead. Or what's the case when I was like playing last week with like Sin and Mike, it's like they'll be miles ahead and I'm just like, oh shit, they just went there, let me just go and catch up. It's like you don't really play well together as well as you could basically. So time to commit, devs drop. It really depends on like what your playstyle is and like how well your team functions with certain things. Because like what you see, for instance, with higher tier ranked when it comes to like esports, is that like what you find is that these people really don't hot drop. Like they really stick around. You have 10 squats at the end of like ring 5. It's like, what the fuck, dude? But yeah, so it's like it really comes down to like what you enjoy. But yeah, it's like the thing is like you gotta find people that like are focused on the same thing and like aren't like you can find a certain playstyle with. So that's one thing. Like the first thing which I want to consider is like, yeah, like I know there's a whole bunch of people that like I enjoy playing with, but do we all have the same playstyle? Or like, do we all have a playstyle that we're happy with? Like, I'm more than happy to adjust my playstyle to fit more to what other people want. If Mike's like, man, you need to push more, or if like someone else is like, man, you know, you need to loot more with me, like because that works out better for me. Like, I'm totally fine with doing that because then we can like be more focused. Or it's like, hey, you know, if we're gonna play ranked, we will know like what our combination is. We can try like that would also be a cool thing, like a cool setup where it's like, hey, you know, we can go for like what will be our best like ranked strategy with this team that we have, because like recently I've been playing like initially I played a whole bunch of Octane just to like move around real quick, then I swapped over to Revenant so I could like pop my totem, but then I discovered that like with some people like they're so fast that like if I pop my totem you're already gone, like that never works. So then I swapped to Watson, so basically like I could like plop fences while the other people were like ahead, and then just like block out enemies and like pop my like totem thing to like heal people's shields and shit. It's like, you know, you could find ways in like combining like your legends, which would also be like interesting content pieces basically. So you would have to create like a group of like you would have to create a squad where like first of all you sit down initially where it's like, hey, what are our playstyles, and like what do we like to play, and like what do we want, and like how would, for instance, I improve and like making it better to like play together. As Mudkip says, like I enjoy dropping mid places, one that's not too far away, so you stay alive the entire game, but one that's but it's so close that there's enemies. I love like the lukewarm drops, so it's basically like if you have the hot drop right here, like you land here. So like for instance, if you go to Olympus, you have that one town where everyone lands. I always go to the buildings like outside of there, because my idea is like I want to kind of hot drop so you can get the kills, the initial kills, which are the easiest kills, because no one has like ammo there or like weapons. But what I want to make sure is like I don't want to land there and then be one of the people that doesn't have any guns. So what I want is I want to land just outside of there so I can get my guns, I can get my shields, I can get my resources, so I can then jump in on like the ongoing fight with people that don't have anything and just like start picking them off on the outside. That's also a way to play. So yeah, you get a perfect looting to killing ratio and get killed. Yeah. Mike says the last few matches were amazing. And I learned to accept other playstyles and adapt to theirs. That's true, but like, you know, it could be better. Like I'm looking at like what will be the most ideal scenario. In my most ideal scenario, like we would sit down before and be like, hey, you know, like for instance, if like the three of us are playing together like last week, it's like it kind of like we're kind of like throw everything together like haphazard. It's like, oh yeah, you all want to play, but maybe like one person's like, man, you should like, I'd rather not you pick that legend because maybe I want to go for the most points, or maybe I want to go this way, or hey, you know, I see that you're doing this shit all the time, which is not very smart. If you were to change that a little bit, it'd be better, you know? Like, just having that coordination might be better and, like, might be more enjoyable in the long run, especially if, like, you know, you want to do this in the most optimal and ideal way. That's something which I'm considering. Second thing which I'm considering is, like, hey, like, there is, as I said, there's a difference between social gaming and content gaming. And the thing is, like, I don't know... like, I don't know what everyone's perspective is. It's like, I really personally super enjoy to play with all of y'all. I really enjoy, like, what's it called? Like gaming with you, Mike, like playing Apex with you, Mudkip, playing like with Async, playing with Cinder, playing with Emil, playing with Spinosh. But like, y'all joined because I was like, yo, hey, you want to play? But I don't know whether y'all are remotely interested in, like, you know, making content and like being on the stream or like being in a video, because a lot of these streams are like saved on YouTube and may also be turned into a video. It's like we never really go over that because it's kind of like, hey, you want to join? And I think that like, if I want to take this more seriously, I think it's more important that like I make sure that like if I want to go make some Apex content and do that with a team, that like I sit down and be like, hey, you know, you want to be in content, or you just want to like socially play games together, which aren't necessarily on stream, which aren't necessarily where like, hey, you know, for instance, like there's a couple of things to this. So like, first of all, this is like the most direct thing, is that whenever I'm like hanging out with people, it's like I just kind of like want to be like, hey, how's it going? I don't want to be rambling to them all the time. But when I'm streaming, like I need to like talk over the chat sometimes. So like I need to be like, hey, you know, like I'm interrupting our conversation, which normally I would never do, but like right now, like there's a priority to chat engagement than there is to like, you know, content engagement or like team engagement, because like we're making a piece of content here. At the same time, it's like what's it called? You also have this thing where it's like, hey, you know, we're not gonna be talking about like, yo, hey, yesterday you were feeling down, how is that going now? Because like we're on stream, you know, we don't want to talk about that shit, right? You know, we want to make sure that we're talking about things which you're totally okay with, if we're totally okay with like being in public. So like those are things that I think are definitely need to be talked over, need to be discussed beforehand. And also like there are considerations where it's like, hey, you know, if I am like making a stream, which is like, you know, making content for me, if I'm asking people to join for that, one of the reasons why I really enjoy like making content with other content creators is because I know that they can use that shit for like their videos and streams as well. So I'm kind of like, hey, you know, it's like a fair deal, right? Because, you know, we're all benefiting from this. If I'm making content, it's like, hey, and like other people aren't really making content. I'm not in a position where I can pay anyone, but hey, you know, you are in a sense like providing a service to me, which might at some point be profitable to me. So like, how do I deal with that? How do I deal with like, hey, you know, like I'm asking people to help me out for something. How do I deal with that? And also with like, hey, like I spend a lot of money on like good equipment and shit. It's like if I have like a set group of people that play with me, like should I ensure that like they have like good microphones and good like what's it called, equipment, so that like we can ensure that these streams happen? It's like, I don't know. But like those are things which I'm like considering right now, where I'm just kind of like, dude, it's like I think like if you look at like the initial like noob streamer, like they'll just be like, I'm just gonna turn on my camera and play a game. But if I want to take this more seriously, these are things that I have to take into account. And like streaming Apex, I think it's like, I've been very simplistically thinking about this. It's like, oh man, I'll just go play some Apex, joke with people, and we're just gonna have fun, and that will be a stream. And I think like I'm actually like looking at these streams a little bit too simplistically, and I think I should take them more seriously, especially if I want to like take this more seriously than I'm doing right now. Then I should like take this shit more seriously, and I should be considering those things. So that's the thing with Apex streams, because like especially like again, like this has come from like seeing like what I do with like the Wednesday stream where I played one game of Apex and I was just fucking tired of it because I was like all by myself. And like that's also another thing. It's like scheduling, right? It's like, hey, you know, if right now I'm just kind of like hoping people will join, and like that's where I notice is like if I'm playing Apex by myself, I don't enjoy it. And it's like, wait, if I don't enjoy it, if I can't give you content by myself, then I'm dependent on other people. So then, like, I gotta make sure that these people are part of the stream, right? And I gotta make sure that, you know, like, I can't just hope that someone is online. Like, I can't make content where, like, oh, let me hope that someone just happens to be online. So I gotta make sure that if I really want to do this properly, like, I speak with them ahead of time and be like, hey, you know, you'll want to do this, you'll want to, like, at this point, at this time, like, 7:30 or whatever time it is, like, meet and then, like, do this content piece, right, for 2 hours on stream, and then we close the stream and then we can play afterwards. It's like, I would have to take that more seriously. Now, I don't know how to do that very well, but I'm going to try and see if I can, like, approach these streams more seriously. So I've used Apex right now as, like, one of the best examples because I've seen the biggest shortcomings there. However, like, the way that I'm looking at this right now is that I can, I can structure streams a lot better with, for instance, like, if new games come out, like, I can throw, like, a Destiny experience in there. I can throw, like, a new impressions thing for there. But what I can also do is, like, I can also try and, like, introduce more collaborations. If I plan these streams better ahead of time, where it's like, hey, you know, maybe on first day we're gonna, like, Nasus is streaming Warframe right now. Maybe, like, you know, we've done some collaboration with Nasus before. Maybe he wants to do, like, a Warframe stream where both of us have an idea. So I can do also more things with, like, other streamers where it's like, hey, you know, ahead of time, I'll make a plan with them what we're gonna do. And because of that, like, we're going to have, like, the things that I've talked about, but we're going to apply them to other games and with other creators as well. So, those are, like, that's especially to Twitch. Long story short, basically, I want to say, like, I want to make them more focused. I don't know how long it's going to take me or how well I'm going to be able to, like, adjust that as fast as possible, basically. But I do want to make sure that, like, streams aren't just anymore what they've mostly been so far. It's like, I just turn on the camera, I'm like, maybe I have some ideas of what game I want to play, but honestly, I don't know. We'll just see how it goes. I've really enjoyed that. I know, like, I love the freedom for that, and I want to maintain that freedom, but I also want to make sure that, like, I'll become a little bit more professional than just being like, yo, what's up, guys? I don't know what I'm doing, you know, let me just turn on my game, and, you know, like, let's have one of my friends like, oh, they're not online? Okay, now I'm just gonna sit here, and then we're just gonna chill. Or, we're like, this is also something I've noticed, like, this is where Apex is a great example. Sometimes we're 3 hours into a stream, I'm just kind of, like, gaming like this, like, yeah. And I just noticed that I haven't said anything for 2 minutes. Like, shit, the stream is still on. Like I literally forget the stream is on. I'm just like, fuck, you know? It's like, I don't feel very good as an entertainer. So, like, a lot of times I'll just turn off the stream and then we'll continue playing afterward, like without the stream on. But yeah. So, that is for Twitch. I think that's, like short-term planning for Twitch, which I want to, like, introduce. YouTube, meanwhile, YouTube, I want to bring, like, basically what I want to bring to Twitch is more of the YouTube side, where it's, like, more planning, more structure. What I want to bring to YouTube is more of the Twitch freestyle sort of thing. Fuck, I'm still streaming. Bro, I've had that. I've literally had that. Especially the time that we were playing with Cinder, right? Like, we went on for so long, man. I was like, because it's getting late, right? It would be getting to, like midnight, and I'm just, like, sitting there, I'm like, Oh fuck, this thing's still on. So yeah. Yeah, to YouTube what I want to bring more is more of this like what I'm doing. So let me build this out again, like from like the issue that I have with YouTube right now. I've already brought it up right here with YouTube. Like, it's the most clear on this channel, but it's also very clear on like the other channel. So what you see here is my best performing video for a long time is right here, my Warframe video, my new War video, which got about 1,000 views. And then like after that, like all my videos have just been getting like in the 10 views. The last video got like 5 views. The thing which I notice here is that like a lot of people here are still very much focused on Warframe. Also, something which I found here is like if I go to like my other channel, my quote-unquote main channel, it's like a lot of the videos here like haven't been gotten the same views as my Warframe videos. Like, why? A lot of people would be like, oh my god, it's because like Warframe community is bad. It's like, no, not really, because like the thing, like if you go here, if you don't know anything about what's going on this stream, if the only thing you watch is this channel right here, like it is fucking weird. Like this channel right here used to be like a lot of Warframe here, then it went into podcasting. And then, like, it still did Warframe and shit, but, like, it was, like, mostly podcasting. Is like 1 or 2 other games. And then all of a sudden, it's like, oh, here we go. We have, like, Halo and Halo Rise Zero Dawn for the past half a year. Enjoy. Why are we doing this? I don't fucking know. And that's when you see, like, when the console comes back, which is, like, what it used to be, all of a sudden, it's like, oh my god, I recognize this. I know what's going on here. And, like, that's also what you see here. It's, like, here, like, my biggest mistake in my career so far has been that I moved away from this channel right here at the TennoConf vlog. I switched to a new gaming channel because when I was here, I thought that I was a vlogging channel. God, if you ever want to like remind me of how cringy I was a vlogging channel here. So yeah, like what I noticed was that like I've always, like, explored this. Like, this YouTube channel, this shit has been my very first exploration into, like, media. I've never done this shit before, basically. This has been my exploration route. So, what I found when I was covering Warframe is, like, I was just, like, grabbing onto everything that I found. It's like, oh my god, someone's doing a podcast, I'm gonna do that too! Someone's doing reviews, I'm gonna do that too! Someone's doing, like, in-depth essays, I wanna do that too! And then I discovered I was like, shit. Death stream is over, I have returned. Welcome back, Pirata. Welcome back, Pixel. How's it going? How was the death stream? Was it worth it? Was it interesting? Yeah, so, but, like, my approach is always just like, oh man, this is interesting to me now, I'm gonna move forward. And then, like, all of a sudden I was like, well, you know, hey, the people I hang out with are playing Mass Effect. Oh, Mass Effect seems interesting, let me go play this too. And that was kind of discovering, like, hey, you know, I also kind of, like, enjoy making videos with cameras. Let me go do some, like, video stuff on TennoCon. It was like, and then you sort of, I kind of moved away from just, like, doing this, like, in Warframe stuff that I used to do before, and I was like, man, here I started watching like Casey Neistat shit. I was like, dude, I want to do that too. And then all of a sudden I was like, yeah, let me go make some vlogs. I don't know what I want to talk about, but I'll make some vlogs. And yeah, like that's where this was. And like the weird thing was, like, I really thought I was like making vlogs, but I had no idea what the hell I was talking about. The only thing I was like talking about was like fucking like Warframe shit. So here I thought my entire channel had already switched after 3 years of doing Warframe shit, that like now my channel was no longer about Warframe, and people didn't understand if I would were to make gaming content, because like I was the vlog guy. I was doing vlogs. It's like, no, if I were making vlogs, they were about fucking Warframe. So yeah, I switched all that over to like the other place, so which is like ridiculous. But anyway, so like that's what I thought. But here you can see is like there's such a big shift in the content, because you see like after this, it's like so mostly Warframe. Everything's like mostly like Warframe related, even if they're Warframe vlogs. And it's just like, oh yeah, here, random vlogs, podcasts. Oh, now we're gonna talk about some tech. And yeah, over the last couple years, I barely posted on the show. So like, there's a huge discrepancy between like where my mind is and where like what the channel displays. I think Twitch has done really well in that, because I have always like, this is why I think that like my switch from Warframe to like variety on Twitch has done very well, is because I talk a lot, right? We talk a lot about things. So, like, I've noticed with you guys where it's like, hey, you know, when I first kind of moved away from Warframe, we were just randomly chatting about, like, oh, let me try another game. Tribal was like, Fallout. You gotta try Fallout. Afim was like, Terraria. You gotta try Terraria. You know? Like, there were so many different, like, voices where it's like, oh, you can try this, you can try that. And slowly but surely, we discovered, like, hey, you know, we're playing less Warframe, we're playing more of this, and we got into Apex and all that sort of stuff. It's like, we kind of, like, move around, and, like, while I'm streaming every day, like, I'm streaming 5 days a week, and during those 5 days, I'm just gonna, like, speak. and we're just like you'll know a little bit. Even if I'm playing Warframe, I'm gonna be like, man, I kind of enjoyed Fallout, or like I kind of want to move towards this. Like I'm taking you along as long as you're following with the channel. Like you'll kind of know the story of where I'm at, and like if I start doing like a stream like this, it's not weird. Whereas here, like, bro, if like you've only followed this channel, it's like where the hell does all of this come from? It's like I haven't posted in 4 months. Like for 4 months, you've had no idea what else I was doing. If I all of a sudden like post a video again, it's like, what will the next video be? Like if you go over this channel, if you like make like a probability distribution of like what my next video will be based on like only this content, it will probably be a Warframe video. Highest probability will be that it will be a Warframe video. But it won't be. It fucking won't be. But like most likely that will be it, because that's the most like consistent content on this channel, and like that's like the weird thing. It's like I have a big discrepancy with YouTube where like where I am at and where my audience is at with me, because I never really take them along with me. So yeah, disruptancy where neither disruption or disruptancy are enough disruptancy. Yeah. Try flogs, Mike says. Yeah. So the thing which I want to do with YouTube is the thing which I think is important with YouTube is that like I make sure that I look at like what kind of value do I provide with my videos. At the start of the year, I've made some like mission and purpose statements. That's like what I wanted to do. We went over one of those on Monday. And as I said on Monday, like my focus here is very much on making sure that I provide different kinds of content, and I make sure that like I take people along with me. So for the gaming channel for now, for sure, like that means that right now I still have 2 Horizon Forbidden West videos, which are going to be coming out soon. But before that, there needs to be a 2-minute slash dash. So what I'm doing with a 2-minute slash dash, basically what I'm recognizing is that this channel is still like a lot tied to Warframe with the people that are subscribed to it, which is totally understandable. So what I want to do is I want to introduce like an overflow period. I may not be the biggest Warframe fan anymore, but that doesn't mean that I can't use it to like use the knowledge that I've built up, the interest that I've built up over all these years, to like expand the format which I've enjoyed making, and like try and like apply that to different games as well. So the idea with this channel is that like my main goal with this is that I want to like help people like discover experience and discover, enjoy, and decide to experience a variety of games. So as I said before, what I really would need, like what I think is missing for me, is a channel where I'm like, hey, these are the games that are kind of like out right now. What are they about, and which ones might I be interested in? So I didn't know Elden Ring was coming out for the longest time. I didn't know fucking like what recently came out, Tiny Tina's Workshop, which seems to be like a Borderlands sequel or something. Didn't know that was coming out. I don't know about most of the games that are coming out. Similarly, I didn't know Halo was fucking good. I didn't know Mass Effect was fucking good. I didn't know all that shit. So I would really like to have like some sort of like place where it's like, hey, you know, these are cool games that are coming up. Like for instance, Horizon Forbidden West. I really enjoyed the Horizon series, but like I don't have like sometimes like people are talking about, oh man, you got to play this game to like play the new one. It's like, man, I don't got 60 hours to like play for the entire like Horizon 2 games basically if the next one comes out. But here at least like you can go for this. There's a YouTube channel called Game Ranks, yeah, but I want to make it myself because I think it can do better. So like I kind of want us to be like I kind of want to make sure that like what I did with Warframe back in the day, where like I would go over like the new updates, I kind of also want to go over the, what's it called? I want to do that, but then for games which like interest me, and also like going over older games. So like, you know, we have Warhammer, we have Black Mesa, we have a whole bunch of like older games also coming up, which I still want to go over. But at the same time, like I also want to apply this to, what's it called? I don't want to just like be the newest games that are coming out. I also want to go over games that are like longer out. So what I really enjoyed when it kind of came to the 2-minute slash dash is that like it made also like Warframe more accessible, like a long-term game. With the 2-minute slash dash, it's something which like breaks it down into pieces where like if you're looking from the outside in, you can at least understand that game a little bit. So that's also what I want to do with Apex, to see whether I can like bring that over to other games. And then like if I find a new longer running game, I can at least like do like 2-minute slash dash episodes on, you know what, like legends or heroes or characters or so. Like I think that would be an interesting way to like break down mechanics of like longer running games. So yeah, that's that. And of course, like I really also enjoy like the collaboration episodes, which I want to bring up more. But that's kind of like the idea with this channel. For here, I haven't really gotten like a grade plan yet. As far as I can tell right now, like I want to do more of these like tech covering videos. I love the like how I built my own computer. the thing which you brought up, like, do vlogs. I still think vlogs are interesting, but like they gotta have a purpose, just like streams. Like one of the things which I find really interesting is like back in the day when I first discovered vlogs, the thing that really appealed to me was the story that it told. Like when I look back at like Casey Neistat vlogs, I think they're really interesting where it's like, hey, you know, like it's like you can see live from like an interesting perspective. So, like, you know, every day that passed there was just a regular ass day, but like the vlog still tried to make it interesting, and I love that effect. Like the idea of like Casey just like riding through New York or like going on trips or like go places. It felt like there was adventure. Every vlog was an adventure, and it kind of like called out to like make your life more interesting. But the thing which I didn't really like, which I kind of didn't see back then, which I see right now, is that like a lot of these vlogs right now, I look at and like, what's the point? What's the point here? Like I don't really like, for instance, like what Casey would do with like the unfiltered view into his life, for instance. I don't think that like there's anything interesting, like I don't think anyone's life is interesting enough to cover 24/7 every single day. That's why I don't do everyday just chatting streams. And I also don't want that, because I want to make sure that there's a big difference between who I am and what my life is and what my content is. So I think that I can kind of like combine it a little bit with what's it called, like I would love to get more into tech, because like there's a whole bunch of things with tech which I find really interesting, and some things which I would love to share. There's a video about like cell phone repair which I've shot and is like almost ready, which I want to post on there. But also want to explore a little bit more where it's like, hey, you know, if there's a purpose with me traveling somewhere, like I want to cover that, conventions and shit. But also want to make sure that I, you know, like I have a good clear purpose as to like what I'm doing there, and maybe bring in podcasts as well. Like I like those too. But anyway, so that's kind of YouTube. YouTube is still a little bit unclear, but like that's also because I've been doing it less. I think my most efforts will go to the gaming channel, because that's where like I'm most confident as to what I want to go. But I also want to be posting on the main channel more, and like the focus is going to be more and more frequent posting, and also making sure that like I keep that audience up to date as to like what the hell I'm doing, because like I'm doing that here on Twitch, but I can't do that on fucking YouTube. So yeah. A lot of that will have to do with time management. Right now, I am still, like, in university. It's taking time. This period seems to be a little bit better than the last period. It's a lot less group projects and shit, which is, like, fucking nightmare in my time schedule. But yeah, also, like, you know, the playlist shit and the, like, moving things over to Twitch has taken a lot of time from, you know, basically, like, working on projects. So hopefully, like, it will be better, but, like, especially when it comes to things like shooting the like technology videos on the main channel, and when it comes to like shooting like the 2-minute slash dashes, a lot of those are videos which I have done in the past, haven't done in a long time, so I'm gonna have to get used to those processes again. So that might need to ramp up on that a little bit. So yeah, that's basically like most of the individual projects. Man, I've been talking about this for a long time. I'm sorry if this was a little bit boring. There's one more thing I want to talk about, and that's it. So basically, I'm working on like a bigger Twitch project right now. This is going to be like a really long-term thing, which is something which like has been already insanely interesting to me. But like I want to see if I can do something big again. So if you don't know, if you haven't been around with the channel for a while, what I've done, 2017 is like I accidentally created a Twitch channel that I got partnered within 2 weeks. That I've reached over 1.3 million viewers within within like, God, we did like 3 streams or so. No, 4 streams, like 4 events. Like in 13 days of stream, we got like 1.3 million viewers, and yeah, that was the event channel, the Warframe fan channels. Basically, like the way that went was like I was like, man, you know what I like? I like really cool crossover episodes. You know what I also like? I like when like shit is happening, you know. And you know what I also really like is like all these Warframe creators that I used to watch back in the day. Why don't we make a really cool like Warframe Twitch stream event where everyone just like, you know, streams on, like we do some shit for charity or so, and we're just gonna have fun with it. That was my entire thinking behind it, and what we got out of it was like a really great result. I really enjoyed it. A lot of the creators that were there seemed to have really enjoyed it, and it was fun. I never really had a clear purpose with that. I was just like, I really enjoyed this. And like kind of it died down when like Warframe stopped being like a really good person to work with. So like I never really took that, like I took that seriously enough that I like decided to quit university. But I didn't take that seriously enough because I didn't really like focus on like a good methodology of it. I never really focused on it with like, okay, so what's my idea behind this? Why am I doing this? like how, like what effect are we having? And like one of the things which I really discovered, like by looking back at it, was like not only did like the channel basically do very well, because like I always denied success because I was like, man, this is not something I created, it's something we all did together. Like I never realized I had any influence in that, because I was like always denying that shit. And what I also denied was that it wasn't gonna have any numbers effect, because back then for me numbers were like the worst thing in the world, because they always made people go crazy to like do weird shit. And the thing which I discovered was actually like we brought growth to everyone that, like, on average, to everyone that participated. On average, between channels between 0 and 50,000 followers, which like pretty much every channel that like participated, saw on average a 40% growth in their follower counts on the month they participated. So like that shit blew my fucking mind. I was like, holy shit. When I look back at that this year, it's like, fuck. Actually, like growth on Twitch is nowhere to be found. It's like, look at my channel, look at like other people's channels. If you're not like focused on one single like game directory, or you're not like one of the biggest streamers that is already known by name, it's really hard to attract new viewers. And like here we have a thing which within 2 weeks of streaming, like we've not streamed more than 13 days on that channel, we've generated growth for like pretty much everyone involved on all like levels. It's like, that's pretty insane. And at the same time, I really enjoyed it because, like, I noticed that, like, for me, like, I don't really know a lot of people around me that do content creation, so I don't really get to bounce back and forth ideas. I don't really get to socialize with other creators. Don't really get to collaborate. And I feel like that's something which is, like, voiced more about other creators, but, like, I don't necessarily know because I don't engage that much with them. But, like, I see something which could have, like, which did great a while back and might actually become a good solution in the future. So what I'm doing right now is I'm trying to reach out to as many creators as I can to basically, I have a bunch of questions which like I'm asking them right now to like kind of like get an idea of like what their experience is like. I want to know if you're a creator and like, doesn't matter what size you are, if you just do this for fun, if you do this full-time, if you just do this like, you know, part-time, doesn't matter if you have 0 viewers, if you have 10,000 viewers, whatever, you know, I'd love to talk to you because I want to know what is your experience like. Last time I did this shit is like, I just went in with like what felt right to me, what felt like fun, and woo, let's go. I did by accident. This time I want to like make sure I have some methodology. I want to make sure like what are the problems that like, you know, creators are having right now. Like, are they the things that I'm experiencing, or are there more things which I'm unaware of? And like by talking to as many people as I can, I want to like understand like what are common trends in the industry that I can tackle, because I think that like I have accidentally created a solution. Maybe there's a solution that can be applied again, and maybe we can apply it more effectively. So basically, if you know a streamer, if you are a streamer, please reach out to me, or like let me know their names, and I'm gonna try and reach out to them to like just like most like the question which I'm asking them is mostly about like what they're like. I want to know like what your obstacles are that you're facing when it comes to content creation. I want to know like what do you engage a lot with like other creators, and like if you want to engage more with other creators, what your collaborative experiences have been like. So yeah, that's kind of like what I'm looking for. Like I'm looking for like what is your experience as a creator, and like where do you think things could be improved, because I think that like maybe I could create something that could help them. So we'll see. Damn, it's to inspire beautiful women, especially if you're a variety streamer. It's very tough. It really is, because there's no discovery on Twitch, and to be honest, it's like I can very understand like why the hell would you watch someone do random shit if you have no connection with them, because you don't know who they are and you don't know what they're playing. It's like, woo, that's the greatest combination, man. It's like, you know, you have like I don't know who you are, I don't know what you're playing, so yeah, I will. We relate so much, man. We relate so much. Mudkip says, I just joined or annoy streamers. Damn, I'm first people in my streams. Mike, I didn't know you streamed, boy. I didn't know you streamed. Bro, did you actually stream? Does that be lit? Oh man, oh man, oh man. But yeah, that's basically like the main points. So yeah, TLDR, if you caught in only just now, the main lines of the channel update is basically that like I wanted to today, I just wanted to like give you the insight as to like what my thinking process is like right now, especially because recently there haven't been that many streams. This has mostly been due to like partly me being sick, but also because I've been archiving my entire like catalog of videos of streams and YouTube on Twitch. Holy fucking shit! I just remembered a theme. I told you I would go back to Odyssey. God damn it, I completely forgot about that. But we're still in the stream. So, as I said, like, I've been archiving my entire, like, content over to Twitch because I want to make sure that I'm not dependent on one single platform. So, if you don't like watching YouTube, you can come over to Twitch and watch all my videos and all my streams here. If you don't like Twitch, you can go over to YouTube and watch all my videos and streams over there. Then there's this Odyssey thing. What the fuck is Odyssey? Well, Odyssey right here is another, like, content platform, which is, so as far as I can see, the best alternative to YouTube right now. Why is it the best alternative to YouTube, you may ask? Well, because it's got default dark mode. Woo! Now, Odyssey is something which I've used, which I started to use when I discovered that Cole was banned. What you see right here is I have a channel on here. Actually, I have two channels on here, which basically directly copy over my content from YouTube over to here. Because basically, like, what's like when I discovered that Cole got banned, I was like, shit, anyone can get banned. This thing has like a great inbuilt function that just copies all the content over from YouTube to like this platform. I was like, if I can at least have it here, at least I'll have like some sort of incomplete like archive. Now the thing which I have here is that like, one of the problems that this shit has is that this platform doesn't really do very well on what's it called? It doesn't really do very well on like copying over everything. So anything that's over an hour, it will not copy over. So I don't know if I can manually upload that because, like, honestly, I've forgotten the passwords. I still have the passwords, but I just haven't logged in for a long time. I don't know what my accounts are in this. It just automatically copies this shit, so I never have to worry about it. And like anyway, like, I haven't looked at this in a while, and like the archives are kind of incomplete. So I kind of want to see. I want to discover, like, can I upload things like retroactively? Can I like upload things like, let's say that they were posted like 3 years ago? If I can, what I'll basically do is like fill back the backlog basically with like making sure that all these archives are complete. And otherwise, like, what I might do is like maybe create another channel on this where I throw up everything just like I've done on the Twitch channel. Thing is, though, is that this right now doesn't have a very high priority for me because, as you can see right here, it's like the views on this aren't very high, especially because this platform, while it may be new, it's not really good at recommending shit because, like, its recommendation algorithms aren't that great. So I'm kind of like, well, you know, I'll look into this. This is not going to be short term, though, because short term, I think the most important thing is that I start uploading content, and I'm not like, you know, because like I need to be uploading more YouTube content before like I actually start wondering about like throwing it on an alternative platform. The thing that has been really good for this is that because of me going through like the entire archive on YouTube, I have everything saved locally. So if anything ever goes down, let's say YouTube ever goes down, I can directly throw everything on Odyssey. It will take me a while, but I can do that. So like this, like Odyssey is still a thing which I'm considering. In the ideal world, if I had more time, I would definitely like make sure everything's on this platform as well, because to me, I have like, some people may say, well, you gotta like make sure your videos or your streams are only on one platform because then you can get your, what's it called, your ad revenue from that. Well, bitch, I have never gotten a single penny from fucking YouTube. So I don't care. I really don't care. Maybe Twitch will give me extra money because Twitch actually does run ads. But even if it doesn't, I don't care. If it's going to be run on Odyssey, if people don't watch me on YouTube but they watch me on Odyssey, I don't care. It's like, I'd rather have my content be watched, and maybe I'll be able to like find better ways of incorporating things like Patreon, which I think I should do more with, or like Twitch subscribers, which I think I should do more with, because they are a much more reliable like way of income rather than AdSense. So I think that it's a lot better for me to like make sure that my content is available on as many platforms as possible rather than just sticking with one and hoping that that thing will help me even though it don't give a shit about me. So yeah. Let's see. Mudkip says, I still remember joining random streamers that played Subnautica for the first time without knowing anything. To tell them telling the best restore at the bottom of the map. Remember, there's no bottom, only depth. Dude, Subnautica was fantastic. So yeah, I've been silently awaiting that. A theme I did not forget. I did forget, but I remembered again. So I did not forget. But yeah, I'm just like thing for you to do. Redeeming a subscription. Odyssey. What more can you toy with? So yeah. Yes, the first video recommended to me was Odyssey was naked yoga videos on YouTube shouldn't exist. Damn. Oh boy, look at how my auto brightness is like brightening me up right there. So yeah, so that was basically like what I've been recently doing, archiving shit on Twitch, also like bringing in a new playlist just to make sure that right now everything is licensed. Right now all the content is licensed by no MonsterCat, so I should be a-okay. It's only 25 songs though, so like if you can find more MonsterCat music which you think would fit this, let me know. If you find something cool, or if you find another like music licensing company which has like great music that vibes on the stream, let me know. I'm always open to like suggestions and shit. Furthermore, like what is going to be on the planning, I want to be more focused on my stream content. I want to make sure that for every stream right now, I've kind of gone into like relax. I want to like make the streams more professional. And what do I mean with that? Not like upgrading the camera or upgrading like, you know, the microphones and shit, which I've been doing over the last couple of years. I want to make sure that I actually like have more plans, have more solid ideas as like what am I going to be doing with my content? What can you expect from a stream? Maybe even like a week ahead of time, you can kind of know what we're going to be doing. This will definitely involve more collaborations, will involve more like targeted things when it comes to like games that I'm playing through. I'm hoping I can incorporate that with Apex, but I'm not quite sure yet as to like how that's gonna work. But yeah, ideally, like I want to like make sure that Twitch becomes a little bit more professional, and with YouTube, I want to make sure I upload a little bit more, but also make sure that I like engage more with you if you're watching YouTube as well, just like I'm doing here on Twitch, because like I love this about Twitch, so we can just talk, we can share our minds. On YouTube, I'm just like barely posting. It's like kind of like YouTube is very rigid, Twitch is very dynamic. I want to and I feel that Twitch needs to be a little bit more rigid. Twitch needs some more structure, and YouTube needs to be more fluid. So that's basically it. And now obviously like I might take some time because I'm busy, and beyond that, I'm also working on like a bigger Twitch project. So if you are a streamer or you know a streamer, please reach out to me, or like if you know a streamer, let me know like their name, and I'll try to reach out to them, because I want to see if I can also like make the platform a little bit better for everyone. So yeah, that's basically like everything. That's like update for today. Also, you can buy my crypto here. Only if we sign a contract, Mike. If we make the Apex stream a business, then I'll pay you out in like crypto heirlooms. Deal? That's how we do it. Pay you out in Apex coins. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. So yeah. I hope that was interesting. I hope that wasn't like too boring. If you guys like have any like questions or remarks, you can always post them. I think you guys have been doing that. But yeah, like that's basically been the main channel update for today. Yeah, I'm looking forward to what's gonna be coming up. I'm looking forward to like the new shit. There's a lot of things which I don't know yet. The things that I'm most afraid of are definitely gonna be like how I'm gonna fill in like the free things, the free streams, and how I'm gonna like manage like making YouTube videos, because like that's always been like the rough part for me, like combining those things, especially now that like, you know, I also have other obligations. So those are things which I am looking forward to. But like I am looking forward again, which like for the longest time I haven't. And yeah, also almost all the videos are on the entire archives is on Twitch. So yeah, let me know if like if you look into the corner and you see like a whole big number of videos I've uploaded on your like Twitch desktop. Let me know, like take a screenshot of it and like send it to me. Like how many videos? Who can see the most new videos in their corner? That'd be kind of cool. So yeah, let me know if there are any questions, or any remarks. Otherwise, let me go take a look. Like there's also some upgrades which I want to do to the stream. Like I'm like I've already been working on, but like that's gonna be far later. But like I've restarted my research into my Apex bot. I want to create a bot which can like swap scenes. Basically, I want to use image recognition to see if it can like automatically like add elements to like games into a scene, which like I might be blocking with my overlay. And I also want to like continue work back on like my custom like LED light and like new notifications. I really want to get in like a 3D printer. No, not a 3D printer, a label printer. So like if you subscribe, like it will print little labels which I can hold in my hand. Like that shit seems kind of fun to me. So yeah. Yeah, let me check here. Don't send me. Also, I'm on right now. If you're down to run, I'll do it after stream. Let me end real quickly. Let me see. We have live right now. We have we have Ashishoki Teno also just chatting right now. Let me see, what is he talking about? He's he was watching Death Stream or playing Apex Platinum. Then we have let me see who else is live right now. We have Nasif playing Warframe. Oh, Xani Pants just went live with Pat Faxo. All right, let me take everyone over to Xani. Let me see, is Xani still live? You should put some option of how to waste channel points. Yeah, I want to find a good way to do that. I want to find like channel points have always been rough to me because like I want to do something which is worth it. I don't think that like a posture check is like, oh yeah, you spent hours watching, here's like now I do like, that's what you get for this. That's useless. I wanted to have something useful. Like highlighted messages seem kind of okay, but then like that doesn't really work if like the chat is like not fast enough that highlighted messages really work. The push-up challenge we could bring back, that's for sure. And like I'll look into more of those things. That is going to be a little bit later though, because right now videos take a higher priority. But maybe we'll bring back a push-up challenge thing. We could definitely do that. I have more cameras now, so we could definitely do that. Anyway, let me send you guys over to Sunday of the Pans, because Xandy Pans is a great guy. He's just started out on Path of Exile. Oh my god, that is pretty cool. 100,000 for eating chili powder. Damn. But yeah, Xandy is playing Path of Exile now. He's probably like, I don't know how much he's played this, but probably probably still at the start. Xandy Pounds knows a lot about like the detailed mechanics underneath the game. Good friend of mine. If you haven't like checked his stream out yet, definitely take a look. If you guys enjoy what he does, give him a follow. He does some really cool stuff. Thank you so much for watching this channel update. I hope you enjoyed. I hope it wasn't so boring. And yeah, let's see if we can make those shit happen. Yeah, go on for a brighter tomorrow. Enjoy your weekend. Have a great rest of your Friday, and I'll see you all later. Mudkip, enjoy your time in Rome. I'm looking forward to some more beautiful, beautiful pictures. Like, seriously, your work is fantastic. Thanks for sharing that so much. Really appreciate it. And goodbye.